Hello. Sorry that we got started so late today, but guess what? We have an Ethernet connection, so we are cabled in to the router, which is good news because hopefully this is going to fix all of our stream dropping problems. I guess we'll find out because this is going to be my first day using the Ethernet port on the computer. But hopefully this fixes the problem. I'm frozen. Well, that's not great. So does the internet just not work? Is that the problem? Oh, Love Bridge is frozen. I'm fine. It's Love Bridge's fault. Okay. That's great. Yeah. Okay, good. You scared me, chat. Don't do that. I thought that the internet was just dead. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. We're good. So what the fuck happened? I leave you all on your own for like an hour and a half, and you come up with this? This is the storyline you're writing? Do you not even want a close match at the end of the day? Like, what is this? 87-19. I watched the whole thing. We can talk about some of the hands, but I watched the whole thing. Unfortunately, I couldn't live stream because we were busy like building stuff. But like, I mean, just where do we even begin? Board 1. We have what? We have half an hour to talk about what's happened. So, kind of a cute idea. Shan is missing 4 key cards, and so he bids keycard to ask about how many key cards he is missing. He was missing too many, unfortunately, 2 key cards, and they get to the 5 level. But like, he was already planning to bid to the 5 level over 4 spades. So this seems like a cool idea. But then, in the other room, I don't know what East-West are doing over there, because 4 no trump is just kind of like an obvious and automatic bid on the East hand. I mean, like, sure, if you bid key card and like they bid 5 spades over it, maybe you're not super happy with the East hand, but do they always bid 5 spades? I think pretty rarely. So like, 5 clubs, 5 diamonds. Okay, fine, like East has Q-bid 5 clubs and West has Q-bid 5 diamonds, looks normal. East has signed off in 5 hearts. Fine. And West was just like, I've heard enough. I have the ace, king, queen of diamonds, 6 hearts. I mean, if you're going to do that, you may as well Q 6 diamonds, right? West clearly thinks that they might have missed a grand. Okay, so that was bad on board 1. Board 2, North-South get to 4 spades. At this table, they end up making it. I mean, if we go through the play real quick, Declare's line of play seems pretty simple at this table. Hey, EPL. I'm sorry about the delay. We're going to quickly go through the first segment of play because I was watching. Unfortunately, stream was down. But we'll find out if... I mean, I guess we'll find out if everything is going to work out okay today. I mean, if the stream dies today, then we'll know that the problem wasn't with the connection. It was with the actual internet itself. We would have to get the internet companies out. It was an ugly round. I mean, this is what happens if you're severely outclassed, I think, in terms of ability level. Like when you take an elite team and put them up against, you know, a non-elite team, it can easily go like this. Yeah, second board. So, I mean, good play at trick 1. Cut communications and clubs. Heart switch made Declare's life a little bit easier. That picked off the heart hook. Now lead a spade. Declare just pulls trumps. I mean, there really wasn't much to the play on this board, but in the other room, after a club lead, Declare elected to win the ace on the first round of the suit, rather than cutting communication. I mean, makes sense. West could have been leading a singleton. And then the jack of spades from hand. I mean, East is the opening bidder. I don't know. South put themselves in a bit of a tough spot after winning the club ace. You know, I mean, it would probably make sense to cross to the jack of diamonds and lead a spade up. Probably makes sense to play a heart to the jack and lead a spade up. There's lots of possibilities, but this one did not work out because now East just played 2 more rounds of clubs, putting Declare to a guess. Where's the 9 of spades? Over here or over here? South gets the guess wrong. 4 spades goes down. Then on the next board, East-West get to 3 spades. South opens a diamond. Spade overcall. No bid by North. 3 spades. All pass. Okay. So that went down like a couple tricks or something, but in the other room, 5 diamonds, a diamond, a spade, 2 diamonds, 3 hearts fit jump by East. Well, with North bidding 2 diamonds, given that 1 diamond is natural, North-South found their diamond fit. They were able to just get to the 5 level. I mean, it's on a finesse, right, for a slam. Obviously, 5 clubs is a little bit better than 5 diamonds, but both contracts are fine. Then on the next board, I mean, it was just imps after imps. Well, this was the only board that went actually well for Team Lewis. North opened a club at this table, the 13 count, a diamond overcall. So a diamond, a pretty strange bid. I don't really understand a diamond. Like, you have both red suits. You can bid 2 no trump over club to show both red suits. Your hearts are way stronger. You don't want a diamond to pass out. Like, there's a lot of reasons to not make a non-forcing bid with the East hand. But so East overcalls a diamond. Negative double showing hearts. Or double showing hearts, not negative double. 1 heart by North, like a no trump bid. East now passes. I mean, just what? Why would East pass? Who knows? So 1 spade by South, 1 no trump. Now East comes in 2 hearts. I guess East was doing the whole, like, let's wait and see if they actually have a heart suit over there before I commit myself, rather than actually showing his, what is this, 4 loser hand directly over heart. Just utter nonsense. But fortunately for them in the other room, the weak no trump prevails. I mean, kind of. Shan overcalls 4 hearts, which I think is actually a really good bid on the East hand. I don't know what their system is, but he expects that if partner has 1 card to cover one of his losers, he has a pretty good chance of making 4 hearts. His trumps are very strong. He's pretty unlikely to get doubled with his 17 count. But not today. South made a pretty light negative double here with 4 small spades. Only 8 high card points. I'm not sure I even understand South's double. Yeah, this system win, which is why Millens isn't up by 100. Right, I forgot. Playing the weak no trump, we are guaranteed system wins whenever it comes up. I really don't understand South's double at all. I guess it wasn't alerted, so it's penalty? Is that what they're doing? It's kind of weird. $12-14 was not why Lewis got stomped. You can say that again. Yeah, I mean, it really was the card play. was, I think, a major issue. Yeah, North treated it as penalty, right? Because North has 4 spades. I don't know. I mean, do you double 4 hearts with the south hand for penalty? A no trump 4 hearts? Like, your side isn't making a game, right? I don't know what you're trying to protect. SHGS, do I know of a source of data for deviations of match point scores? I don't know any data mining at all for any bridge stuff. I mean, Love Bridge probably has a ton of information, but I don't know if anyone's actually compiled any of this sort of stuff. Would I expect the deviations in match point scores to be higher at club events versus high level? Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, club level events could play, 5 or 6 different contracts on the same board. If you're playing in a really high level match point field, sometimes system differences will cause you to reach different spots. Sometimes different hand evaluations will cause people to bid differently. But a lot of tables are going to have the exact same auction on boards just because they play similar systems, and bridge is just bridge. You get dealt ace king jack 6th in a suit, you gotta overcall it. You're dealt like 5-5, you bid again at the 3 level. EPL says double is cooperative by South. Interesting. Yeah, I don't really know what to do on the North-South hands. Again, I'm not a weak no-trump expert, so I'm not really sure how to handle this sort of thing. But there's a simple sort of analysis that you perform at imps. If your side's not making a game, you don't really have a score to protect your way. So you don't really need to double the opponents unless you know they're going down. And from South's hand, East might have a club void, right? So South has no tricks if East has a club void. I mean, 10-4 of hearts is fine. But, I mean, maybe you should just lead the jack of diamonds and hope to get a ruff.
Great entertainment, THNX.
Hey, Steven, thanks so much for the $30 donation. Appreciate the support. Craig doesn't dislike the double as much as I do. I don't know. I mean, maybe part of the idea is North-South know they have to get very lucky to beat this team, and here's a way that they can try and earn an imp swing on a hand. So if 4 hearts is double, is penalty. Anyway, so that was the one big swing that Lewis ended up winning. There was a 2 spade opening, 6-10 on the next board. Happened in both rooms, and it looks like Declare went down extras in the hand. What do you want me to analyze, Craig? But then it continues. Both tables get to 5 hearts on this one. And this is... I mean, the over trick is all about guessing the club queen here. So they both do guess the queen of clubs. But then, look at this. Another Declare hand from the alt. Okay, give me a second. Maybe I'll do it during the lunch break. Check the alerts on 5. Oh, board 6. This board. A spade double by South. Did both tables double? No. Both tables didn't double. I mean, this is the kind of thing, right, that you'll see frequently at a club game, where strong players would just bid 2 hearts with the South hand because, you got a 5-card major. Your best chance is to get to a heart game. If you double, you're going to miss out on heart fiddle all the time. And your hand is strong enough to bid 2 hearts and then make a takeout double later is, I think, another big deal. Like, if the south hand was similar, missing, say, the ace of hearts, then I kind of understand the takeout double. Your heart suit is very weak. You know, king empty fifth is not a great suit to overcall at the 2 level. And your hand is really only worth 1 bid. I mean, even then, you could probably still overcall 2 hearts and double later, but this hand is very clear. Vulnerable, you prefer double? I think you're absolutely wrong. Not at imps. I don't even think so at match points. I think at match points, the south hand is just way too good to be like a one and done type bid. But anyway, so double, 2 spades by west, 3 hearts by north. So north found a fit. 4 spades by east. I mean, pretty sensible. 4 no trump key card. Sure. 5 clubs natural. Yep. So South didn't find what she was looking for in the number of key cards. 5 clubs was not enough. Also, why are we bidding key card when we have a void? Wait a second. We really just did bid a key card with a void. I mean, sometimes you have to do this, thinking that it's pretty unlikely partner has the spade ace, but I mean, just look at what they have here, right? Well, this is awkward. Craig prefers the overcall. Yeah, I mean, that's another problem, right? Like, you open a spade, it goes double. West bids 4 spades, it comes pass, you double again. Like, you're never going to get to a heart fit at this point. You're just going to end up playing 4 spades doubled, which is fine. You do have ace, king, ace, and a side king. But, I mean, just overcall 2 hearts and then double 4 spades later. Partner will know what you have. They might think you have a 6th heart, but so what? Right, okay, yeah, we weren't done. We didn't get to this board. So on board 7, system win, actually, for the DRs. 1 diamond, 1 spade, 2 clubs showing hearts with a constructive hand. I think without this, I would just bid 2 hearts on the north hand. Like, I don't even think it's particularly close. Your hand gets severely distorted if you make a negative double. But this is a really nice treatment, so we'll chalk this up to a system win. North-south get to 4 hearts. In the other room, it went a diamond, a spade. Double. Oh, switch, not transfer. Yeah, I mean, like, whatever it's called. You know what I meant. Everyone know what I meant. I'm going relatively fast. We got another, like, 10 minutes to get through 10 boards or so. But double is a pretty big error by North here. Don't do this. It's not just what happens here, which is that your left-hand opponent preempts in spades, but even if your left-hand opponent doesn't preempt in spades, like, do you really feel comfortable, like, doubling and your partner, like, jumps to 3 clubs and now you bid 3 hearts and partner's like, oh, 3 no. Maybe. I mean, I guess it's probably fine. But yeah, the preempt in spades really does you in on this hand. Yeah, the one-suited negative double, just for whatever reason, just doesn't work out very well. Next board. Let's keep going. Was this a push? This might have been a push. Okay, 4 spades push, we can skip. I don't remember this one at all. Eli actually likes double and double with the south hand. I think it's highly anti-percentage. Like, could it work? Yeah, it could definitely be better to double and double. But I think most experts would agree on the 2-heart overcall with the 5 or 0 5 4 4 shape. 2 spades by North, all pass. Yeah, I saw this defense as well. So this was hot by Shan. He leads the Jack 10 doubleton of clubs, good lead. Club to the king, Jack of diamonds. So West doesn't work out to go up with the ace. I don't know if that's such an obvious play. I think it's like, because Joan can go ace of diamonds, ace of spades, spade. I think, is the main point. I know that that's very committal.
28 is nearly a year.
Richard, thanks so much for the 28 months Prime sub. Appreciate the support. I mean, it does look like Declare is trying to guess the diamond suit when they lead the Jack of Diamonds like this, but because you can go Ace of Spades, Spade, that kind of swings it. Oh, Eli says 2 hearts on the Ace 6th and an outside ace is obvious playing a weak no trump. Oh, that's actually a good point. I hadn't even considered that. But yeah, when partner has like extra values or known extra values, now you can bid 2 hearts. So Jack of Diamonds runs around to the king, and Shan knows that they need to pull trumps. So look at this hot switch to the low spade from queen third, right into the preemptor. Spade to the ace, spade back. Oh man, that was sweet. Exits a spade, and then a club comes back, knocking out Declare's last entry. Declare needs to take 2 red suit finesses, and he can only take 1 of them, so the defense beats this a trick. At the other table, though, club up to the ace, Jack of Diamonds. Once again, West ducks, and I still don't really feel great about this duck, but runs around to the king. But now East plays back the 10 of clubs. So up with the king, diamond, up with the ace, and West once again could go ace of spades and a spade to pull trumps. Declare would still lose 2 spades and would have no entry back to the south hand to lead hearts up, but instead West decides to get clever and tries to promote a trump trick in partner's hand, which was somewhat successful. Declare roughs with the 8, and there's actually not much that East can do at this point. East could have discarded on this trick, but Declare would be able to rough the good queen of diamonds to get to dummy and then try and guess the heart suit. Instead, East overups, played back a spade, but I guess West actually has to play the 5 here, right? And West was not up to the task. Oh, it wouldn't matter. Declare would once again win in hand, rough the good queen of diamonds, and then try and guess hearts. So there's just nothing the defense could do. 2 rounds of spades, pulled trumps, and Declare has a heart guess, and he guesses correctly. So, small swing on that one, but then the boards kept coming. On this hand, a club strong by East. He's got a 17 count. A diamond 0 to 7. 2 club overcall on the north hand. He has a big hand, but he has shape. Double is take out of clubs. 4 clubs by south. 4 hearts by west, 5 clubs by north, and East-West are in a force at this point. So there wasn't much that East-West could do. East decided to try and double 5 clubs. That didn't go great, because after the ace of hearts lead, which was probably not the right lead, I mean, I imagine you just lead a trump, right? Probably just lead a trump against this auction. East led the ace of hearts. Didn't even switch to a trump. So spade to the ace, heart rough, spade rough, heart rough, spade rough, heart rough, and Declare has already got his 11 tricks at this point. He decides to rough a spade, club to the ace, plays another spade pitching a diamond, but of course East roughs in. So that was 11 tricks. The other table made it all the way up to 2 clubs. A no trump, strong, pass, double, 4-card major, and 6 of a minor. Fascinating. South bids 2 clubs, pass or correct, because she doesn't know North has a big hand, and North wasn't comfortable taking another call. I think on the North cards maybe you should, but this feels like, you know, both North and South have extras. So that was another giant swing. Next board, East gets to 2 spades at this table. I think he ended up making it, and they went down in a no trump at the other room. Small swing there. Both sides get to 2 hearts, and in unlucky fit, both sides do make it. Board 13, is this the big one? Yeah, this was another big one. So at the 1 table, North open a club, pass by East, 1 spade, no 4 major unless game forcing, 2 spades by West, pass, double is takeout, 3 clubs by North, 3 no by South. I don't know, looks like a pretty normal auction. Partner opened the bidding, you have a 14 count, you have spades stopped, you want to protect partner's spade holding. If partner has Jack third, you probably have 2 stoppers. Try 3 no. But what happened in the other room? North passed, because North is a coward. Pass by East, 1 no trump, 12 to 14. Why are we still doing this? 2 spades by West. Oh, right. It's the 12 to 14 no trump that won a swing on earlier in the match, but now it ends up losing a swing. North makes a negative double, 3 clubs by South, and for whatever reason, North as a passed hand decided to bid 4 clubs, which I don't really understand. I think you can decide to pass 3 clubs, that seems okay. You could bid 3 spades, I guess, to ask for help in the suit. You could probably just bid 3 no and gamble. Like, any of those things seem fine, but North bid 4 clubs. And South, for whatever reason, bid 5 clubs opposite a passed hand partner. Also don't understand that bid at all. I think South should just pass 4 clubs, but here we are, we're in 5 clubs. King of spades, round to the ace. There just isn't anything to the play, it's just down 1. On to the next hand. Board 14. So I saw this one, this was insane to me. East has a hand that can never pass 3 no trump. There's just no hope for passing 3 no trump. I mean, I think 4 diamonds is an automatic opening bid on these cards, and I guess it's fine if you have some sort of system bid that you want to try out and open 2 diamonds, but it comes with a very simple caveat. Your hand cannot play 3 no trump. That's just period. It is physically impossible for your hand to play 3 no trump. So East opens 2 diamonds, 2 hearts asking, double, East bids 3 diamonds with no major, West bids 3 no trump, West bids all look normal to me, and East just has a 4 diamond bid. I mean, I don't know what to say about it. Like, East should just bid 4 diamonds over 3 no. At the other table, what happened? Well, East opened 4 diamonds, like a normal bid on the hand. Seems pretty great. Pass. West has a really hard choice over 4 diamonds. I think either pass or 5 diamonds probably makes sense. West decides to pass. We know Jones a little conservative. North decides to balance with a double. I don't understand that bid at all. If you want to balance on the North hand, you could probably balance with 4 hearts. I guess that's fine. I suppose we could balance with double, but like... Anyway, so we've decided to balance with double, and for whatever reason, South has decided to pass with a Yarborough. That I don't get either. Like, what is happening in this match? I know I wasn't watching the lower bracket for the past few days, but is this what they allow people to do in the lower bracket? Okay, the next round's up. Let's just... Let's go into the next round. I will join you on Discord. Like, how are they allowing this to just continue? Okay. Discord. But this is what we're in for. So this might not be the most exciting finals match that we have ever seen. Hello.
I mean, I hate to cut off that kind of rant because it was pretty glorious.
I know, I just, like... So what is that? What's the damage? We're at 68 imps after 1 set?
So far.
Yeah, so far. It's going to continue. Okay, well... Bob Barrington was talking about how high a standard of bridge it's been all week. I mean, he hasn't even been watching, right? He's streamed like 2 days. I've been streaming the whole thing.
We did see some good stuff, but yeah, it wasn't universally high.
Yeah, there was there were some like really awesome plays that were made overall. But
Anyway,
oh god.
so club, I assume they were playing a strong no trump, and she upgraded, possibly 14 to 16 though. I'll take a look here. So this two heart method, I thought it was pretty popular, but this might be the first time I've seen it at this tournament.
I mean, it's definitely popular in like my area because I think that's where it was invented. But I don't know if it's like had a bunch of mainstream attention.
I don't know. I mean, I play it with a bunch of different people, mostly New York area people.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well,
right, so
I do expect to see
so
some normal
Lisa
things from
and
this table.
Mark. Mostly normal, yeah. So Mark and Dees are playing 14 plus 17. So North chose to upgrade. And East-West are the Dwyer Rim sets, who we've seen playing quite a bit.
Did the USBF stream finally figure out how to change the title? Yeah, they were broadcasting from the 2024 event for a while, which is funny. Oh, I reached out to Lovebridge, and I was just like, hey, I saw that you guys have a video stream link. Would you mind adding my stream to your link? Because, you know, no one else is broadcasting. And they're like, oh, we're sorry, we don't have control over that. The host event is the one that controls which bridge streams get posted. They're like, you should just reach out to the USBF. I'm sure they would be happy to add you. And I'm like, I'll pass.
Yeah. Alrighty, so North presumably could have bid 3 no trump, I think, to show a 2 no rebid, 2 spades, you know, direct south to bid 2 no trump to side it from his side.
Yeah, and so
I'm
North...
assuming that they're playing it the same way that I normally would, but I think it's pretty standard.
Right, and so North, with the, you know, good 17 count, but opposite the 11 to 12 balanced range, just figured that it's pretty unlikely their side has a slam, so she just signs off in 3-0.
Yep, and this lead is certainly gonna help their cause. And the diamonds were blocked with South playing it anyway, so that was a good decision by the partnership.
Yeah, well, Declare can't afford to duck the spade, so up with the ace, and Declare will just cash out the...
Oh yeah, Declare does 9 tricks, right?
Yeah, 5 clubs, 3 hearts, and 2 spades for 10.
Yeah, so possibly, I was going to say possibly a game swing, but in fact they wrong-sided it and made it anyway. I wonder how that happened.
It just keeps coming, doesn't it? East on lead.
Paul Lewis, 9 of spades.
I mean, there wasn't even any indication that the opponents had a minor suit. So, oops.
Well, to be fair, he could have made a lead directing double of 3 diamonds. It didn't.
He could have lead directed himself to lead a diamond.
Yes, exactly. Would have been the winning bid.
Yeah.
I can see why they're stuck 70 imps here. I mean, you know, sometimes with, like, if you had Jack empty fifth of diamonds, I could see looking around for something else. But ace empty fifth, who cares that you have no entry? The ace is your entry.
Yeah, exactly. You know, even if partner has 3 small, you'll get in on the 3rd round and run the suit.
Right, and your partner's going to have a bunch of entries somewhere. Your hand is otherwise blank. Yeah, I you know, he was lucky to push the board, but, you know, he synthetically lost 10 imps that I think deserved to.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, Cecilia pitches a diamond. Now the defense might need to be careful if Itabashi exits a diamond here, which he does. But it looks like they actually don't. Kevin can just win this and exit a diamond here. If the ace and king of diamonds were flipped, then the defense would have needed to be a little bit careful.
Mm-hmm.
And as Johan says, I mean, Diza is one of the all-time eccentric personalities in the bridge. I mean, right up there with Zia, I would say. And so apparently back in Iceland, they've written a number of books about her mother, apparently. Did not know that.
In the context of being a bridge player, or was she notable in some other realm?
I have no idea. I'm reading the YouTube comment from an Icelandic viewer. So.
And everyone I trust has seen the interview she did with Stephen Colbert for The Daily Show many, many years ago.
I mean, I think I have seen it at some point, but yeah, I mean, it's just... She's one of the
highly
funniest
recommend
people.
it. I'm sure it's still available. Yeah. Yeah, this is great. So, East had a choice of levels to bid spades at. Chose 1. I don't have any strong opinion on the matter.
Yeah. You do have the triple straight flush, the 7 through the ace, or the ace through the 7. Negative double from Itabashi. West gets to bid a no trump showing clubs. They play transfers over major double, basically always.
Yeah, I think it's the right way to play.
So East-West have currently settled in 2 spades, and this may end the auction. South has nothing more to say, and North has already described her hand.
Absolutely not going to end the auction.
You think West is bidding again?
Oh, West is gone. Wow. I'm surprised West didn't bid again. I mean, maybe 2 spades is, like maybe the East could have passed or something to show more values, but that West hand is pretty promising.
It's a good hand. There's a misfit.
So, yeah.
So let's see. Diamond lead.
Hi, Shift.
Good morning, Shift.
So, this is pretty comfortable, looks like.
Yeah, I mean, I think at match points you might even try and play for a ton of over tricks here. Ace of spades, unblock the diamond, crossing clubs, pitch a heart on the diamond, see if South has started with spade length. But she'll probably just go ace and a spade here to guarantee she makes her contract.
Well, she can't go down doing the other thing, right? Unless the diamond is just... Yeah, I mean, even if that diamond got roughed, I think she would still be okay, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, so it looks like she is just going to take the match point line.
2 hearts and 3 spades at worst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this line of play. Jack of hearts cashes. Itabashi will switch to clubs. Hey, Therese. Good afternoon.
The player is going to play a spade, and I think the second South shows out. Probably hit the claim button.
Yeah, so this will be 2 spades making 3. The other table got to 3 diamonds north-south and went down a trick. So this will be a couple more imps going the way of Millens. The dangerous thing, I think, for Lewis over the course of this match, I mean, other than already being down 71, is that it's not just that they're losing a lot of these large double-digit swings, they're also losing all of these part score battles, whether it's to worse declare player defense in the rooms or just because they're not competing to the right level on their cards. And so that's gonna, I mean, that'll just add up to another like 80 imps over the course of the match, 120 boards. If you lose 4 imps on 20 of those boards, you're spotting the opponents an awful lot of imps to start out.
Yeah, sometimes you'll have these matches where you play against a team where they have a couple of really great technicians and win a lot of 1 and 2 imp swings, but like their match point specialists and their bidding judgment, especially at imps, is great. So you sometimes get it back in the big ones, but here, yeah, they're playing against a team that's just dominating them in every area of the game. It's going to be really difficult to get back into this if they don't start playing a lot better.
Yeah, and it's been a tiring event for all the competitors, so we would expect a little bit of a slip in ability from many of them. I mean, especially the players that have played in the Open and are now playing in the mixed, like Kevin and Shan for Team Millens, for example.
And some of the women probably played in the women's event also, right?
Yep.
Cecilia might have. I'm not sure about Linda Lewis. I'm so sorry. I'm getting a phone call that I need to. Oh, I don't need to take it, but I am going to take it. I'll be back in just a minute.
Yeah. So, I mean, fatigue in these events obviously plays a factor. We talked about this a lot. But from what we saw yesterday in the finals of the USA1 mixed, there was some pretty high-level play. I mean, all of those players, I think probably every single player in that event has played in one of these World Championship events before. Vikitsa points out the fallacy in my logic that I say don't compete for part scores at imps, and then I say compete for part scores at imps. I mean, it's not about competing for part scores. It's like understanding when you're supposed to play at the 2 level versus play at the 5 level. Stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, it's also just better defense. Like, it's not a big deal to lose 3 imps on that previous board for 3 diamonds down 1 and 2 spades making 3. But if you're going to be losing those 3 imps every single time it's a part score battle, then you've done the wrong thing. Is this contract making like 10 tricks? This was not the right card to switch to, but maybe there wasn't a whole lot South could do. Heart comes back. I guess it is only 10 tricks at this point. No, I guess it is only 9 tricks, right? South does not get squeezed in the red suits. We don't have entries to cash the clubs and cash both diamonds. Matt, in the USA1 bracket, Bailey played against Lewis and lost by 8 imps in the first round, and there was a 10 imp penalty that got overruled. So Lewis ended up going through in the USA1 bracket against Bailey. I think that's what people are talking about. 1 more imp to Millens. In the other room, East played 1 club. I wonder how the auction went over there. Well, South gets to open another one of these weak no trumps. I guess we'll find out how East-West do. South... Oh, I'm so sorry. Not everyone is playing this garbage method. South gets to open a diamond on that hand. Excellent. We get to see some real bridge. A diamond, a heart. Cecilia will come in with 2 clubs. Or, I mean, I guess she could bid a no trump, but I think she's just going to bid 2 clubs. I could see her pass. Like, pass is okay, I think. What do you mean, garbage mini no trump? Where have you been all week? I have my moments, Doc. Every once in a while. Alright, she does come in with 2 clubs. Support double by South. Favorable mini no trump plus plus. I think favorable is fine, but they're playing mini no trump at all seats, all colors, which is a problem. They're just like pass, one no trump in third seat, unfavorable. It's like no matter what fourth seat's cards are, they just double. North bids 2 diamonds. Cecilia's happy to have escaped a penalty, so she is done with this auction. Kevin gets to lead his singleton club. How's this contract going to do? It doesn't look like it's great. So Declare has a club trick and 3 diamond tricks and the ace of hearts, and is that it? This is just going to go like... Yeah, South leads the king of diamonds. So up with the ace. Jack of clubs, I guess. Probably. Maybe. She does play back the queen. I was wondering if she was going to try a suit preference Jack of clubs, but it's not necessarily readable. I think it should be, but... Okay, so Kevin leads back the queen of spades, and Declare is going to be happy he can... Oh, just kidding. I was going to say Declare is going to be happy that he can just, like, pull trumps, but I guess he's not. He ducks the spade. I'm not sure what Itobashi's hoping for. It might not matter if they get a heart rough, because Declare is going to be forced out of trumps.
Oh, sorry about that.
East is marked with the heart ace. Welcome back, Craig. You were just watching Itabashi go down 3 in a undoubled contract. Okay, diamond to the queen.
I don't know if you can hear me. I think I'm having an hour problem with my headphones. Hang on.
Oh, I can hear you. We hear you great. Okay, well, Declare has pulled... whatever it is. Has pulled trumps, finally. So now spade to the king, jack of clubs, so the defense is going to get back that heart rough that they lost. East is just going to continue playing clubs, declare all rough, and now East has the last 2 tricks. Down 3.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear us? No, apparently not.
Hello?
Hi. Yeah, it does seem like we have some audio issues with Craig. Hopefully we'll get it worked out. Two diamonds by North. Just a good old week 2. I guess Itabashi is going to try 2 hearts. Is this forcing or non-forcing? I don't think it matters. It is non-forcing. Oh, East made an error not holding on to the club 7 at trick 13. You can forgive her. She's been there for like 2 weeks. Schomburgitis has taken over. Alright, I'll pass. Sorry, partner. I didn't mean to. I could just pass 2 diamonds. My bad.
Alright, I think I'm back.
Welcome back.
What's going on here? Thank you.
Yes, what is going on here is a good question.
Are Lewis about to lose another 10 imps for no reason?
I mean, unfortunately not. They...
Unfortunate.
Yeah, they didn't get doubled. Even though everything's offside.
I would say I have no rooting interest, but I actually do, so. Partly also because, of course, I would like to see the stronger team represent the U.S., but certainly a preference for the Millens team. Anyway.
Oh,
So,
Kevin, come on, buddy. You weren't that end played. No, I mean, this switch makes sense, but it is not going to work out for him.
So I came in on you critiquing the auction, where you, I think the 2 art bid is fine, do you not?
No, I had no critiques on the auction. It was just...
Okay.
It was just a normal, like, I'm sorry, partner. You know.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Second seed vulnerable, certainly South has no reason to give up on this, but yeah, North really had a minimum.
Why did we play a diamond to the ace? A diamond to the ace doesn't make any sense. It wouldn't have mattered on this lie of the cards, but diamond to the ace was not the play. And now why did we back the 8 of diamonds instead of the jack? Oh my god, dude, I can't watch this. No. Ah! This is so painful. Alright, Queen of Clubs comes back. Declare just has 2 more diamonds to lose.
And the first round of the suit, what's the technical play here?
Low to the 9 or low to the jack. I mean, you pick off any sort of honor doubleton with West by doing that. Because then you catch the ace on the next round, the honor falls, and you only lose 2 tricks in the suit. Like 3 threes, it doesn't matter, so it's only the 4-2 splits. And I think low to the jack...
Wait, if we lead low to the... Wait, if we lead low to the 8, and it loses to... Oh, yeah, right, got it. Yep.
Yeah, it's like Queen doubleton, King doubleton, or 10 doubleton with West.
Yep.
Low to the ace only picks off 10 doubleton with East, or 10 doubleton with West. If we then play the jack on the next round, which North didn't. Yeah. And additionally, we also pick up King, Queen, 4th on our left by playing low to the jack, because they wouldn't really have a profitable split, because if they goes low, Queen, Ace, then we can run the jack, or play the jack, pinning the 10 doubleton offside. So low to the jack, I think, is the technical play with that suit, but like low to the 8 or low to the 9 is approximately equivalent.
Yeah.
And Diza didn't need like she didn't need a hard pitch immediately anyway, because the spades were basically set up, and she had the clubs protected, so she could always take a heart finesse later to pitch her club if she needed to.
Well, moving on.
Alright, yeah, board 21. This is going to be a long 2 days for me. 1 diamond overcall from South. 1 heart showing 4 or 5 spades from West. West didn't have a negative double available, worth mentioning. Because double for them would show hearts. Two clubs. I might not want to examine the defense to 2-0 on 20. I mean, we'll probably get there during the break, but I feel like we're going to have a lot of that over the course of the next 2 days.
Two clubs seems totally normal, right? North has a pretty good hand in support of diamonds.
Yeah, 2 clubs is fine. I mean, I could definitely see you bidding a lot with the North hand. You probably want to keep 3-0 in play, though, with the 2 outside aces. So.
Yeah, but it's also just important to, when you bid a bunch of diamonds later, for your partner to know that it's based on having had a good hand. You know, if things come up like they did to get to 3-0, great. But if they don't, it'll have been important to send the value signal now and not the bid a bunch of diamonds signal.
Sure. Yeah. This is, again, another one of these hands that we saw the other day. Like, 3-0 trump is worse than 5 diamonds for a game because you go down fewer on a club lead.
Well, this hand is worse than 6 diamonds because it scores a lot less.
Right. But, yeah, I mean, same idea.
I mean, when 3-0, but anytime 3-0 makes, you make 6 diamonds.
Well, they might not lead a club, and so you could end up taking 5 diamond tricks.
Okay,
and,
that's fair.
4 outside. But, yeah, I mean, it's true that when diamonds are 1-1, you would prefer to be in 6 diamonds than 3-0.
Right. If they always let a club, you'd rather be in 6 diamonds regardless, because 6 diamonds is only down 1 ever, and 3-0 could be down a lot, right?
Sure, yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean, this is a very close slam. I don't expect them to get there in the other room because they're not...
Even a little better than that. You could rough out Queen Jack third of spades.
Yeah, you can rough out Queen Jack third of spades. Or King Queen third of hearts, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, they did not manage to get to 6 diamonds in the other room. They also did not manage to get to 5 diamonds, or 4 diamonds, or 3-0.
Go on.
Well, I was slowly trickling down. They did manage to get to 3 diamonds.
Okay.
So we are going to have a game swing going the way of Lewis on this one.
I mean, yeah, but here the opponents did bid the suit that's a threat, right? Just because he can have 2 clubs doesn't mean she does.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. The 1 club bid could have a natural suit attached to it. Of course, Kevin didn't lead a club, so...
Sure.
Alright, Declare has run all of the diamonds.
I think Kevin didn't lead a club because he didn't double 2 club. Oh, that would have been a support double. Never mind. Kevin didn't lead a club because he didn't.
Mm-hmm. Alright, spade to the ace, spade to the king, spade.
Yeah.
Declare can make quite a few tricks. Yeah, or this. I mean, I guess this is just better. Cecilia kind of gets caught sleeping there on the defense. I mean, I think her defense makes a lot of sense. She was just expecting Declare to cash out, and then she was going to have all the clubs at the end of play, but 11 imps to Lewis. The overtrick, or second overtrick, does end up costing an imp. The comeback starts now.
Nothing. A little unjust there that missing a slam cost them virtually nothing.
Yeah. The lead is down to only 69 imps. East opens a club, once again, not deterred from the previous board. So club, pass a heart, showing 4 or more spades. Pass by North.
I think he will do that, but he's got to be a little bit tempted to try a no trump. Like hand would definitely been a no trump.
He could. His no trump bid would be a spade. Right-siding it. Or siding it from partner's hand, which I don't know if he actually wants to do with ace-jack 10 of hearts, but it's probably okay. So spade by East showing
spade.
Like a 1 no trump rebid, 1 to 3 spades. East could be 1-4, 5-3 either way. 1-4-3-5, I guess. 1-4-4-4.
Yeah, that's unusual. I think most people play that as 2 or 3.
The other room passed the board out. Cowards. No one's opening the good 11 count on the East hand, huh?
Red, white.
Two diamonds is interesting. I bet this implies a spade fit. I mean, Cecilia doesn't alert it, so it might not be in their agreements, but that's probably what's going on here.
Yeah.
Because why else
sort of
would
has
you?
to otherwise.
Yeah, you would just pass a no trump if you didn't have a reason to pull to a suit.
Yeah, and some certainty that you had somewhere to go if things got desperate.
I guess it's... So this is showing one of the flaws of this 1 club opening on the balanced hand, because Cecilia has 5 diamonds, and she's a little bit nervous that they're playing in the wrong part score.
Right.
Yeah, it looks like this might be undiscussed, but Kevin's trying to puzzle this out.
Yeah, so did 1 spade... I mean, obviously it must have limited her hand in some way. Do we know what it limited it to? Is it like 11 to 14 or something?
It is a weak no trump.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah, whatever that is in their range. Three no from Kevin. He likes his queen third of diamonds and his tens. He has also been experiencing not the most stellar defense. So he's going to try for game.
Yeah, I think unfortunately on this one, it doesn't matter if the defense slops a trick or two.
Yeah,
I mean, it
okay.
shouldn't be undiscussed. It's not pause suggests that it was.
Yeah, the 3-0 versus the pass out. Just a small difference between the two teams.
It's also possible that they added some, nuances to this type of auction more recently, and some of these more unusual things, that just never came up in discussion or at the table. Like even, pretty good players that live together sometimes can't think of everything.
Yeah, and as Will points out, because this was something in the back of my mind, that I think we had a discussion like this the other day on stream about when auctions start, something like, if we're not playing these transfers over a club, like a club, a heart, a spade, a no trump, 2 spades. Or sorry, a club, a heart, a no trump. Sorry, a club, a heart, a spade, a no trump, 2 hearts, right, by opener. When you have like 4 spades, 3 hearts, 2 diamonds and 4 clubs or something like that. The general expert agreement here is that 2 hearts shows extra values, and I wonder if Kevin could have thought that that's what was going on, as Will points out. That, especially since it's undiscussed, Cecilia was like, well, I've already showed a weak no trump, so I can't have extras, but Kevin might have thought this would imply a maximum, which she doesn't have.
Right. Yeah, very possible.
Anker says 3-no trump makes double dummy. Oh my god, does it? I didn't even look. I mean, I just assumed that there was no play for 3-no. Let's see. Declare has 4 spades because the king jack third is on. Declare has 3 clubs and 2 hearts. Yeah, a Declare could have played on spades. He has guessed the club queen, which I think is pretty natural to do.
Yeah, I guess, double dummy, especially since you have 4 spade tricks and the spades provide 3 entries. You're in pretty good shape to set up the diamonds.
Well, you can't set up the diamonds ever. You have to play on spades.
Well, you need a knight's trick. Oh, right. You have 4 spades, 2 hearts, and 3 clubs.
Right, yeah. If you play on diamonds, then North's hand is just going to set up hearts, which I imagine she's about to do. Kevin does well on this diamond trick. Oh my god! Okay, hold on. Well, now let's focus. Everyone focus. What is this switch?
That is a good question. Yeah, sometimes I can figure out what someone maybe is thinking even when they do something that looks ridiculous. I cannot this time.
I'm just gonna look to see if they play upside down or regular Smith. It just says Smith versus no trump, and they don't have reverse marked on their card. It's not in their system summary. The 5 of diamonds was the highest outstanding diamond spot from South.
Nonetheless, though, given that she has a 9 count, and the senior partner show up with the King of Hearts, what 5 defensive tricks is she hoping to take on the switch?
Okay, so let's see. Partner has the 10 of spades, right? So Declare wins the queen, plays a diamond, partner goes up with the ace blocking the suit, and then plays 2 more spades, knocking out the ace of spades entry, and dummy's diamonds get stranded. I mean, okay, well, so he puts in the spade queen, but this actually isn't good enough against that defense, right? Because this is what Diza was hoping for. Now the 9 of diamonds, South can go up with the ace and then can play back a spade. Of course, Itabashi has to realize that this is what partner's doing. And he's just going to play back a heart at the speed of light, I'm sure. I don't think there's any chance that, he just plays back a heart. So this goes to the jack. I mean, Diza can knock out the spade ace now.
No, but Declare's still going to make it then.
Yeah. I mean, Declare is going to make it if she plays back a spade, and Declare is going to make it if she plays back a heart. So...
Right.
I mean, so, Itabashi needed to be on the same wavelength and play a spade back and not a heart. And, that's just... I don't even know if it goes down then anyway. Yeah, I have no idea what the spade was about. That's so crazy.
I think you're right. She was just trying to mess with his entries, thinking that he was likely to set up the diamonds.
I mean, I think also some players, Diza possibly included, have this tendency where when you play it like a club game or whatever, or a regional pairs or something, and you make a switch like that, Declare always places the king offside. And so they never take the finesse, and then they get scared, and then they lose control of the hand, and they don't make the contract. But Kevin was just well, I need this to make my contract. My contract is in so much trouble. And so he just took the finesse anyway, maybe not expecting it to win, but figuring that it was his best chance. And he gets rewarded for it handsomely.
Yeah,
Can we
crazy.
roll back the tapes to when Craig said that there's no way, even if they pitch a trick or two, that 3 no Trump's coming home?
Thank you. I appreciate
I,
that.
I remember that.
Yeah, I was trying not to. All right. Well, maybe you're right. Maybe everyone's just going to get a flight home late this evening.
I'm sure they'll play
I
tomorrow.
mean,
I mean, it would
they'll
be
play at least some boards tomorrow.
yeah, they'll play
They may
some
not-
tomorrow. But I mean, like this is going to be a nightmare for Lewis because
Yeah.
the sponsor is in for Millens, and Millens is going to play the first 3 sets because we've heard that Millens like to play 1, 2, 3, and 5 as opposed to 1, 2,
Okay.
5, and 6. So, I mean, if they're just losing 50 or 60 imps a set when Millens is in, what's the plan gonna be when Sandra steps in to fill her shoes? Okay, back to bridge. Now that I've rambled for a while. 1 no trump by South. 3 diamonds, 5-5 in the minors, game force. I think East is just going to bid 4 spades over this. South has a problem.
Yeah, three spades is possible.
Yeah.
Your hand isn't really great for a 4-spade bid. Yeah, she does, but only 3. The opponents know a lot about each other's hands, so the value to preempt goes down. You're sort of giving a fielder's choice to collect a number. I don't know. I think 3 spades is a pretty sensible bid here.
Yeah, I would be a bit nervous on these cards that they might just bid 3 no trump, and then it kind of feels like we wanted to take the save. But you're right. I mean, 4 spades could easily
Maybe.
go for a number.
We have one of the minors stopped and some indication the other's splitting badly. I mean, here it doesn't matter. They have 5 solid tricks, but,
Well, this is not going to go the way South wanted, because this is going to go spade to the ace, 10 of hearts switch, maybe queen ace, heart back to the king. I guess Kevin needs to be careful. Okay, yeah, so the defense is not going to be as easy as I first stated, but Cecilia will win the ace, and then she will switch to the 10 of hearts.
Right. And either somehow she doesn't declare, has to get the clubs right, which I don't know.
I think that's going to be obvious once the diamonds split 4-0.
Oh, yeah, that's true. It's just on the auction, it seems a little more likely that it's with West.
Yeah. And I know that, like, West still has more vacant cards, but East doesn't have a hand that's, like, 2 suited with both majors. I mean, it's possible, but that seems unlikely. So I think East is going to be more likely to hold the club queen, both because East bid 3 spades, because East probably wants some values for this bid, and also because I think East is likely to be marked with club length. East pitches might give away the club queen, but I think Cecilia would be smart enough to not pitch a club even if she held 3 small.
Yeah, I think everyone knows you can pitch 1 or 2 spades safely and still have enough to beat the contract.
Yeah, she pitches a couple of hearts. She might pitch a club. The danger in pitching a club is if South thinks he has a count on the heart suit, he'll probably have a count on the spade suit from the opening lead, and then he'll just play ace-king, dropping the queen doubleton. So diamond to the jack, East has to make 2 more discards, and now she's feeling a little bit of pressure. She can pitch the heart king. And a spade, I guess. That seems safe enough. Yeah, as Eric says, good defenders would try to keep or three small clubs here because they understand that Declare has a problem in the club suit. But
yeah, I mean that is not hard to figure out. I mean, remembering to do it, obviously takes some expertise, but obviously Declare has a club problem. That's the whole point of this line of play.
I mean, Declare can exit a heart here, and that would make the contract. If he's convinced that Cecilia started with 7-3-0-3 shape, then yeah, okay, he goes Jack of Clubs. It looks like he's just going to run it.
Oh, I'm frozen. There we go. Yeah.
Okay, Club to the King. So he does make his vulnerable game. Another pile of imps going the way of Lewis. 4 spades doubled in the other room. Went down 1 on the East-West cards. I mean, I hear what you're saying, that, like, East doesn't have an amazing hand for 4 spades. You're often getting doubled there, but this is exactly, like, the thing that I would be worried about on the East hand. Left-hand opponent bids 3, no trump, and now I'm just like, oh no, am I supposed to save?
Right, except you're not. You're just supposed to, beat the contract unbeatable.
Yeah.
But you'd also, if you had 4 spades, you don't care that, like, Earth 2 Cecilia might have let it make. You care that Earth 1 Cecilia had it down 2 before Declare got the lead.
Yeah. That's a good point. I mean, I think the defense was actually going to be relatively challenging because when it does go 10 of hearts, queen, ace, Kevin needs to work out that partner has king 10 third and lead a low heart back. If he leads the jack or the 9 back, it blocks the suit. So it might have made anyway if she had gone up with the ace and switched to a heart.
Yeah, and of course it's not safe for her to just play the king and then the 10. In a different layout, you might need the king as an entry to play a third round.
Right, like Declare has Jack 9 4th specifically as the lie of the cards, or even Jack 9 5th.
Queen 9 4th too.
Yeah. Queen 9 4th, Jack 9 4th. Either of those holdings, you do need the king as an entry. King of Spades opening lead against 3 hearts. 2 spades, pass, Itabashi balances with 3 hearts. Okay.
So East better win and shift to a club. Otherwise, that 4th round of diamonds might provide a club discard. No, I guess not. Because, well... Yeah, no, I think East does need to shift to a club. I think he can tap Declare, but... Oh yeah, 1 tap also works because West has a diamond entry.
She does go up with the ace and plays back a spade. So Cecilia's just dictating the defense here. She wants partner to play 4th spade, forcing Declare because she has 4 trumps. We'll see if this works out.
Declare is down no matter what. So...
Yeah, Ankur says, can Kevin figure out that defense? I mean, I think Kevin is pretty good about trying to play for his only chance to beat contracts and also trying to play for his only chance to make contracts, as we saw in the previous 3-no trump that he made. He probably would work it out, but it's still, not that obvious, right? Partner switches to the 10 of hearts. You don't usually expect that they have a higher honor from that. All right, your move, Itabashi. East has pitched a diamond. He plays a low diamond? Sure, yeah. I mean, ace and a diamond looked a little bit better. just in case the diamonds, like someone was getting a ruff now. Cecilia did pitch one, after all.
I think West still better play a club at some point. Probably right now. I think he's making it now, isn't he? Let's play a third diamond.
Yeah, let's see.
While he's still got a trump and dummy.
Heart to the king, heart. Well, this is not going to work if he tries to pull trumps.
No. Yeah, now he's down again. But I think if he played a diamond before a heart, he was going to make it.
So let's see. He plays a diamond. West is
wins,
in.
So a club obviously doesn't work. Declare can draw trump, so he has to play a spade. But Declare can just ruff low and dummy.
Yeah. And if Cecilia overruffs, Declare overruffs, and then unblocks the hearts, club to the king, pulls trumps, and
beers.
Yeah. Uses the ace of clubs as an entry to the long diamond. So, again, now card play has been the bane of Lewis's match so far. I don't know what Declare was doing by trying to pull trumps. I guess just kind of lost focus. If hearts were 3-3, he would have made it anyway on playing a third diamond, because even if West gets in and plays a spade, ruff, over ruff with a heart from a 3-card suit, he could still over ruff and pull trumps. Mm-hmm. So that was just a little bit lazy, not working out that he needed to protect against 4-2 hearts. East opens a club. 2+. 1 diamond overcall from South.
Yeah, so we'll see the heart showing double from West.
I mean, we might. South might overcall a lot of diamonds. We'll find out.
I don't think so. I mean, the hand's just too strong. Even opposite a passed hand, like, you have a strong hand, I think preempting would be a little weird.
Yeah, but what's he thinking about, right? A no trump?
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Like, maybe he's kicking himself about the previous hand. No, he's thinking about a no trump.
I figured it out, didn't
Marky Hibashi's game better than I do. Good lord. I did not. Yeah, I did not predict that one.
No. I finally got there, though. You convinced me with the even opposite of passed hand. This is too good for diamond preempt, so had to be this.
Yeah, I guess. Oh.
I don't know if we want our side declaring this hand, though, after the way we played last one. We should try and make sure partner declares.
Well, I mean, minus 75. I suspect he hasn't been perfect on declare play either.
Penalty double from West. Not sure how I feel about that, but redouble from North, relay to 2 clubs. I don't think South is going to accept this relay.
Right.
So he'll bid 2 diamonds. I'm certain of it. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think a common agreement from East-West here would be the next doubles by either player's takeout. So Kevin could not make a penalty double. Cecilia will balance with a double. We almost played a no-trump redoubled. Actually, yeah, that's a good point. South could have thought about playing a no-trump redoubled, but I think that's swinging too much. He doesn't know if the diamonds are running.
Yeah, I mean, if this were like the 6th segment and you're stuck 75, maybe that's the kind of gamble you take, you know. Here it's probably a little, a little much.
Well, I'm sure Itabashi is happy that he's been doubled at the 2 level and not the 3 level.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Kevin, of course, is an easy pass.
Yeah, I mean, we'll find out if Kevin's strategy on this hand worked out for him. because he does only have 9 high card points, and he made a penalty double of a no trump. Partner is second seat unfavorable, but they do open a little bit light.
Only lead 1 trump. So declare is... I don't know, it feels like 6-ish tricks. Like West leads probably a major, and he could lead a club, but he's still getting with one of her aces anyway. And lead a trump, and then...
Yeah, I think what's going to happen is, well, first off, North might balance 3 clubs. That'll also get doubled pretty quickly.
Yeah, and Kevin is already thinking about his lead, and maybe a low trump is the way to go. Possibly conceding a trump trick. I don't know.
You could do that. I don't hate a low trump lead. I think it's a little bit awkward to do so, but I would probably just lead a spade. He can be pretty confident based on... Yeah, okay. So North pulls to 3 clubs. Now Cecilia can double that. And is Itabashi going to run to 3 diamonds? I suspect the answer is no. But maybe.
No, he's shown a 6-card suit, and North has said he still doesn't like it, although maybe North should be passing. Oh, sorry, North can't pass. He thinks Itabashi has a 1 no trump overcall.
Yeah, Itabashi does run to 3 diamonds.
Rescues himself to 3 diamonds doubled. I mean, that shows such a lack of trust in his partner. Like, geez, on this auction, maybe should be passing 2 diamonds doubled, but when she pulls, how does Itabashi not know that she's like 0-7 in the minors?
Yeah, it's true. She could have Jack 7th of clubs and out. I mean, she did pass in first seat favorable, but... Vikitsa points out that if we had just opened 3 clubs on the north hand, we would get to play there. Is that what they did in the other... Yeah, because Shan's playing with Joan. So Shan opened the north hand 3 clubs. Yeah. Well, Kevin does lead a club, which makes a lot more sense now that Cecilia's doubled 3 clubs. I figured against 2 diamonds doubled, he would lead a spade, figuring that North probably had a club suit for the redouble. But yeah, now that Cecilia's actually doubled, he's pretty confident about the club lead. So heart. Low around to his partner's ace, who will put a trump through. So up with the diamond ace. Ruff a heart. King of clubs, pitch a heart. Spade up. This club lead was not the most productive for the defense. So at this point, Declare is going to lose 2 more diamonds, a heart, and a spade for down 1.
Okay.
He's gonna be down 1. He's gonna be so pissed. And also a push, by the way. 3 clubs down 2 at the other table, undoubled. West could have done a little bit better on defense with the opening lead.
Yeah, so if he gets off to a spade lead and a trump comes through, is it down 2, I guess?
So Declare would end up taking the king of spades, the ace of clubs, and 5 diamond tricks. Does sound like down 2.
Oh, right, because we never get the king of clubs on that defense. West sacrifices a trump trick but gets 2 back in exchange.
Right. Yep. You prevent the heart ruff, and you prevent the king of clubs. And your idea of a low trump actually works too.
Yeah, I mean, it often does on this kind of bidding. You know, sometimes you do give up a natural, but you usually get it back in one way or another.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Cecilia's thinking about hopping up with the ace or not. Kevin did give honest count in the heart suit. I guess she's a little bit worried about what happens if Declare only has 5 diamonds, but I think she has to know Declare has 6 at this point. He pulled 3 clubs doubled. Hey, Loki. Oh man, I didn't even realize we're like almost through the second set. I need to get my lunchtime order in.
We're frozen or Cecilia? Nope, Cecilia.
Cecilia has been a very slow player over the past few days. I know that she's generally relatively thoughtful, and I think plays a bit slower than most. But she's normally thinking about something intelligent.
Yeah, I'm not sure I've ever played against her. I mean, I must have, in some match point game or something.
We did. We played a match against her. It was really? The match that you asked me, please don't let me declare or defend contracts going in. I don't know if you remember.
I can believe that. I don't. What was that in?
This was like day 1 of some national Swiss. I forget where. But you were just, I forget if you were hungover or if you were just like really sick or something. But you're like, I know I have to play because we're 4-handed. But please just don't let me make any decisions. And I did my job.
I don't remember this at all. Probably sick. Certainly went out at night plenty of times, but I was, usually pretty good about cutting myself off before I was in danger of being hungover.
Maybe drunk, not hungover yet. Still drunk from night before. It's possible.
Yeah, it's possible. Seems unlikely. Try to keep that to my personal life. And I'm too old for that now anyway, so.
I think it was a close match, by the way. I don't remember who won, but I remember it was close. Well, pass by East.
Pass.
Itabashi has decided he wants to open again. He's thinking about it.
No, I think you're frozen.
Oh, am I frozen? I might be frozen. Good point.
Yeah, when 3 passes to a heart.
Okay. 3 passes to a heart by North. So Itabashi will bid a no trump, and Kevin doesn't really have a way into this auction. Hey, Stiff Jack. At the other table, Linda bid a slam off 2 key cards, and it went down. That's not a surprise. Is that why the margin is so large? I do not think that is the biggest problem that the Lewis has had during the set so far. But that is one problem. Cecilia and Frozen are also having a close race.
I know they're stuck 7 on the set. I thought they were down more coming in.
I think it was 68 coming into the set. So yeah, now it's 75.
Yeah. South probably just bids 3 diamonds, wait and find out what North is up to.
Yeah, 3 clubs artificial, either clubs or a strong 1 suitor. Some people will just stick a bunch of different game forces in this and try and keep their 3 diamonds pure. So 3 diamonds, mostly forced.
That is a weird bid.
4 hearts.
I don't think you can do this on Ace King Queen empty sixth, right? 3 hearts would show this, presumably. Unless they play the 3 heart shows clubs, but even so, there's got to be a way to show that you have a heart rebid that's not a 4 heart rebid.
Yeah, I don't understand from North's perspective, because 3 no trump could definitely be the right place to play on that hand. You have entries to the hearts. Partner could have a small singleton heart. Well, we're here now in 4 hearts, which we might have got to anyway.
I mean, we're going to get away with it anyway, even with the hearts breaking badly. The declare is going to have 1 trump to lose from here, and that's it.
Yeah, there's no entry to the stand for spade ruff, so West will, I guess, try and cross in clubs, even though partner's second spade kind of looks like not suit preference for clubs anymore.
Here's what the auction in the other room was. Wow, the other room is almost done with the set.
Yeah, they've been playing fast. I think the Lewises are generally pretty fast, and Shan, when he plays with Joan, is relatively quick.
Yeah, the other room was a Shan special, a heart and no trump 4 hearts.
Excellent. You can't afford to miss the vulnerable games. Don't want to mess around with any sort of jump shifts. Okay, 4 boards to go. Yeah, Thurs, I haven't placed my order yet. I was just browsing to see what I wanted to get for lunch. Pass by South. Kevin gets to open a club. So North has 16. I mean,
bid a heart, right?
Yeah, like I would bid a heart, but based on the way the set's going, I think Deez is going to double. All right, 1 heart. Yes, some normalcy. So what's Cecilia going to do? She could bid a spade, like a no-trump bid, if she wanted to. Yep.
See, down the middle choice.
Yeah, 0 to 3 spades. 2 hearts from Itabashi, what do you think? Or pass?
Like 2 hearts. I don't know. Especially if you have 2 ways to raise, where partner's not going to expect much.
Well, I don't think they do have 2 ways to raise here. But 2 hearts, there it is. So West probably can bid 3 clubs somehow. Whether or not they play good bad, I think you just gotta do it with a 7-card suit and an outside ace. And are they gonna bid this one also? The 3 no trump looks like it might come home.
Yeah, this will not.
Really?
I don't think.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess, yeah, you can.
I don't know. South would have led a high heart, and North would have to go up with the ace and then switch to the king of diamonds.
No, I'm thinking about 4 hearts. This can be made. Oh, no, it can't be made. What am I talking about? I guess there was a trump loser.
Yeah, this one's just going to be impossible, so Kevin just cashes the diamond ace. I'm sure he's just going to play a club now, trying to promote
Yeah.
whatever trump honor his partner could possibly have. Even if his partner had 10-4, the club would be good enough to beat it from here. So,
Yeah, Jack third, anything like that.
yeah. Yeah, so this will be down 1. Small swing going the way of Lewis for once. Oh, he plays a diamond.
I guess really trusting that his partner has a trump trick.
Huh. I think Cecilia's 2 of diamonds with suit preference. Michael says East encouraged diamonds. See, here's why I don't think that's what's happening. Because Cecilia knows that West is short in diamonds. So Cecilia was trying to give suit preference on the diamond suit in case that was a stiff ace to give partner a diamond ruff. I think, right? I don't know. I mean, it's not so obvious what the signal was from my perspective. Kevin did not read it as suit preference for clubs, of course.
I do think that inference is reasonable, though. He's had a way to get partner to not play another diamond and didn't do it.
Yeah. Well, wait, what? Why did I have like a giant box around? Did anyone else see that? It might have just been me. So for Declare to make this, she's gonna need the King of Hearts on side, but she also somehow needs to cash the diamond tricks after pulling trumps.
Are we frozen?
Am I frozen?
Nope. No, I was just wondering if we were frozen or if this was a thinking tank.
No, this is a Diza. Diza 1, Frozen 1, Cecilia 1. Well, looks like she's decided to go Queen of Hearts, or Ace of Hearts, Queen of Hearts. Cecilia, continuing her excellent work, ducks this trick to prevent that 9 of Hearts as an entry. Spade to the king. But there's just nothing that Declare can do. Even if the diamonds split at this point, she goes Queen of Diamonds pitching, 10 of Diamonds pitching, East would get a ruff with the 7 of Hearts.
There we go. Yep.
So this will be down 2.
Yeah, so it'll be 1 to Lewis.
Yeah, 1 to Lewis.
Other way around. Yeah, 1 to Lewis, right.
Good defense from East-West. If West had played the club into the triple void, then Declare probably would have gotten out for down 1. 6 hearts in the East down 1 happened in the other room, huh? Is this what we're talking about? We might be missing a couple of key cards as well as the Trump Queen, and we got all the way up to the 6th level. Oh, except East probably asked for key cards, right? And West showed 1. That must be what happened. South overcalls a spade, West makes some sort of limit raise in hearts, and East decided to assume that partner's key card was not going to be the ace of spades. Oopsies.
Took the 2 to 1 odds.
Yeah. The other table has finished play.
Yeah, maybe after a spade overcall and probably a spade raise. Kind of understandable to think the odds are better than 2 to 1 that the 1 key card is not the spade.
Yeah, but there are conventions out there that would allow us to ask whether or not partner has key cards that are not in spades.
Yeah, except probably not, right? Because that would have to be four spades, and I don't think four spades is exclusion here.
That's true. In that case, maybe we should find a different bid with the East hand. Let's see how Cecilia handles the problem, though.
I mean, it's still not so easy, right? You bid four clubs, your partner cubits four diamonds, they have a control. Like, this hand is harder than it looks. Like, it looks ridiculous to get to a slam off a casting ace and the king queen of trumps, but it's you can see how even pretty good pairs could fall into some of these available traps.
Okay, Cecilia gets to bid 3 no-trump extras with shortness.
Right? I mean, imagine now West cubits diamonds and East key cards. How does East ever know which key card it is?
Yeah, I think West is just going to sign off in 4 hearts. West's hand is terrible. Regardless of what shortness partner has, West has a bad hand.
Yeah, and West is a passed hand, which gives him a little more freedom.
That's true. Yeah, that's also true. Alright, 4 clubs probably asking for shortness. We'll see if Kevin alerts. Oh, wait, 3 no shows extras with spade shortness. Ah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but this actually should now stop them from getting to slam because, well, maybe, but East knows that West cubit a king. If they would prefer to cubit an ace, then East knows that West doesn't have an ace, or at least not the ace of diamonds. If they cubit anything, it gets a lot harder.
Okay, now 4 spades from West. Yeah, East is just like, okay, that was not the card I wanted to hear about. Thanks, Pard. Let's see if I can make this. Yeah, it looks like a good auction from East-West. They would, of course, prefer to play at the 4 level, but here we are.
Yes, this presumably is going to be 11 more imps to Millens, extending their lead to, what, 85?
Yeah, 11 more imps would be 85. They've slowed the bleeding by a little bit this set, but they're still going minus.
Yeah, and being, 60 imps better than they were the previous set doesn't really help them that much.
No. So let's see. East needs to be a little bit careful about how she handles the play. She can't make this against 4-0 hearts, regardless of where the hearts split. She would just have 2 natural trump losers with the diamond ace. Hearts 2-2 is never a problem, so 3-1 is what we need to protect against. King, queen, third of hearts on side would be kind of the main chance. But she does need to set up the diamonds first. Because if she plays a heart to the jack, or say a heart to the honor and the ace, and then she plays back a heart, it could go heart-heart. And if the diamonds are 5-2 and the clubs don't provide a trick, then she'll end up short. So she does want to get a diamond ruff in before playing trumps. So I think what she's going to do at this point, ace of spades, pitch a diamond, heart, planning on deciding whether to stick in the jack or not. And if an honor pops up, she'll ruff a diamond before playing another heart. I think I have the count right on this. Maybe actually she doesn't need to, right?
He doesn't. Yeah, because there's 4 trumps in dummies. So.
Yeah, there's 4 trumps. Never mind.
I was wondering what you were on about.
Never mind. Okay, I guess it's just very simple. So then, I don't exactly know why she ruffed the opening spade lead, but I guess it's just good practice. Yep, chat has called me out too. Thanks, chat. I'll get you back later. I promise. She does need to decide how she's going to handle the heart suit. I mean, when North pops up with a heart on her in the first round, there's not much to the play, but I do appreciate Declare thinking in this position rather than like low heart, low, now I think. I'm allowed one mistake a day. Well, I've already used up my mistake. It's only 3 in the afternoon. Uh-oh.
Well, going up has to be better than putting in the jack, right? And the jack only wins again. Well, it was against king queen fourth or king queen third, but loses pretty badly when South has a singleton on her.
Right. There are 2 singleton honors in South and 2 small singletons in South. It's 50-50.
Oh, is it? Yeah, I guess it's true.
Yeah, without the 9 or 8 of hearts, this heart holding, and especially because, like, 4-0, we just always go down regardless. It really is just 50-50. Heart to the jack versus heart to the ace.
Oh, right. Yeah. Since we're in 5-4-0, will not help us.
Yep. Heart to the ace, heart back, and now we claim 450. 2 boards to go. At least Lewis is scoring more than 1 imp a board.
And that was 11. At least West made 6 in the other room, which I guess is always there, but it's pretty horrible.
Oh, yeah, here we go. I was frozen again. East opens a heart. Yeah, 2 of 2 finesses, right?
Well, a little worse than that, because you could win the heart finesse and still have a trump loser.
Yep. But sometimes they don't lead a club and the spades run to pitch a club. Yeah, it's probably, somewhere in the 20 to 25% range. So a heart, a spade, 0 to 4 spades, like a forcing no trump. Could have some game forcing hands, according to the alert. They are not a Flannery partnership.
Yeah, I guess you decided that it's only playable if 1 no guarantees 5 spades. Assuming that 1 no is spades, but it has to be, right?
Mm-hmm. So 2 clubs, Gazilli, 10 to 15 with 4 spades or any 16 plus. West will bid 2 diamonds with his 8 count, establishing a game force opposite the strong hand.
Yeah, so this will show it as a 1-seater in hearts. And then West has to decide whether to kind of try to put this on a no-trump track or keep things a little more flexible.
Oh, Thurs says that Moss and Grew play something like this, and they use 2 spades to show the spade hand rather than 1 no trump.
A heart past 2 spades.
No, a heart past 2 clubs, showing spades.
Heart past 2 clubs. Sorry, I thought you said 2 spades. Got it. Yeah, that makes sense. So 3 diamonds showing 1 suited in hearts.
I'm sorry, chat, did I promise you that this was going to be an exciting match in the finals? I do say that at the end of stream every day, but I might have lied. So West is an unpassed hand. West is still unlimited, mostly.
Right.
East will cubid 3 spades, I guess. No. She has a nice 17 with lots of controls and a good trump suit, but decides maybe whatever West has done has kind of denied a heart fit and has also denied extras somehow. Maybe 3 hearts denied extras. Okay, Itabashi on lead. He gets to lead his king, queen, jack of clubs. And that might be the last trick they take.
I wonder if he could have bid 3 hearts directly over 2 clubs to show a 3-card limit raise.
Yeah, that's true. That West probably has denied a 3-card limit raise, and West might have done something else over 2 clubs with one of these positive game forces that he claimed. So West probably has showed effectively like 8-11 without 3 hearts. And opposite that, Cecilia decides Slam has little play.
Yeah, maybe. With 4 spades in a game force, they would default to bidding 2 clubs and not this, amorphous 1 spade bid.
Right. Yep. Okay, 12 tricks. On to the last board of the set. Okay. So pass by East, 1 no by South. I said that so confidently, but honestly, maybe. Wait for it.
I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Yeah, let's wait until Mark bids to see.
Yeah, not my style to open 2 spades is East, but the hand is relatively pure.
That's true. Ace Jack 10 5th is not so bad. South does open a heart. Kevin will probably bid 3 clubs. Yeah.
Sure it is.
Negative double from North.
Yeah, and over that, there's no way South is going to be able to stay out of 3-0 trump, I don't think.
Yeah, now, would you ever consider passing the double with South?
I would not. You just don't know anything about the deal.
I mean, you know that East is a passed hand and West likes to bid. But, yeah, other than that, you don't know much.
Yeah, if you have a really good read on your opponents, sure.
All right,
Yeah.
South has bid 3 now. So King of Clubs holds. Or Queen of Clubs. Yeah, King of Clubs. They lead King as power. Okay, East is going to give count at trick 1 because she can't unblock, and they...
he's in the running to make this. Might need to chip to a spade there to give them a chance. I think he can run the Queen of Diamonds now. East can duck it, but at that point, there's not going to be much more the defense can do.
Yeah, okay, let's count declares tricks, because let's say we only get 4 diamonds if East has both the King and Jack. How many tricks are we taking? We have 2 hearts, 4 diamonds, a club, and a spade is only 8. So that wouldn't be enough.
No, but we can test the diamonds, and then if they don't work, plan to fall back on taking a heart finesse.
Well, but that's not in time, right? Because, okay, it looks like Itabashi has just decided to go down. He's decided to test the hearts, and now he's going to fall back on a diamond finesse. Or wait. Well, this was not the play.
This is. But I think he was okay if he took a diamond finesse there. Well, not if you're catching 2 hearts, but I don't know. I mean, had he played on diamonds and just, tried to keep the lead out of the danger hand, he certainly would have gone plus.
That's true. Yeah.
Well,
I mean, could he have been worried
that segment to end?
Could he have been worried that West might have the spade ace, and so he was just trying to cash hearts? No, it looked like he was just trying to set up hearts and use the queen of diamonds as an entry. 5, 6, 7, 8. That's still not enough tricks.
I don't know.
I don't get this line of play.
The line of play honestly made no sense to me. Because even if we run 6 heart tricks, like drop a doubleton queen, we still haven't gone plus.
Right.
Maybe now we can cast 6 hearts and lead a spade to the king and end play east.
Yeah.
Maybe he was hoping to drop a doubleton queen of hearts offside.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, lesson to be learned from this hand. Who was the guy who asked, what's the first thing you want to do when you play no trump contracts the other day? Count your tricks. Count your tricks. Yeah, as Will says, this line of play required 3 cards in East's hand, whereas the taking 2 diamond hooks effectively just requires 1 card in West's hand. 4 imps to Millens, and we have 25 minutes until the round is even over, and then we have a long lunch break. So, oh boy, big uphill battle for Lewis. Well, thank you, Craig, for joining me. Pleasure to have you back.
So I do have my my hand analysis that I'm going to hold you to.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm going to go.
Can you send me the thing? Do I need to give you link permission?
Yeah, I've got it set up. I just need to find it. But yeah, if you want to give me link permission, I will post it. And this should be a relatively quick one. I mean, famous last words. And this one, oh my god, it actually worked as a tiny link. Perfect.
Okay. Talk me through it.
So, the bidding was the same at both tables. This was from the alt, so I was Declare at my table playing with Glenn Milgram, and at the other table, Declare was Cedric Lorenzini playing with Tomapacis. So let me just make sure I have the spot right. So both tables got to 4 spades, as you can see. And at both tables, the opening lead was the 3 of diamonds, but at my table, it was a French player playing 4th best leads, and at the other table, it was an American pair playing 3rd and 5th leads against suits.
And it was the same spot card led at both. Sure. Anyway, so 3 of diamonds opening lead.
Out of my table before I told you that. Anyway, at my table, the French led a 4th best 3 of diamonds.
Sure.
They may not have, but their leads are 4th best.
Yep.
So.
Okay. Well.
And I'm giving you this as analysis because I thought of you when this hand came up at the table.
Yeah. Alright, let's think for a second. So...
Stiff Jack, we know no such thing.
Diamonds are 3-3. No. I know how the diamonds split based on what Craig said, but I'm not going to use the UI. I also know why he made that comment. So let's think about
Or
this
shoot,
because
we're missing the deuce. They could have 3 deuce doubleton also.
yeah. Okay, there we've got all the possibilities. They could be 3-3-4-2 or 5-1.
Correct.
Yes, very good. So I mean, it looks pretty natural to just duck the opening lead. Even if diamonds are 5-1 and East wins and returns a suit, West can't exactly ruff profitably unless East also has the heart ace. But that would give East, king, queen, jack, fifth of diamonds and the ace of hearts, and East hasn't opened the bidding, which is possible, but that's somewhat unlikely because East could have the spade king or the club queen, and then East would just have too much. East could have the heart jack, so it looks probably correct to duck the opening lead. I mean, West could have 5 diamonds. I think that's a bigger danger. If West has 5 diamonds in the heart ace, it'll go diamond around to East singleton queen, heart back to the ace, king of diamonds covered, ruffed, and that's 3 losers that I've already lost. I do get the king of hearts to pitch a diamond from my hand, but now I'm going to need to figure out the spade suit. I mean, I still would just have to take a spade finesse, which is basically what I revert back to anyway. So I guess it looks very clear to just duck trick 1.
Yeah, so that's what I thought, because when diamonds were 4-2, which seemed like, I mean, at both tables it's certainly possible. At my table, it seemed like a live possibility. Some of the time, the doubleton diamond is with the ace of hearts, and they can't cash their 2 diamond cashers.
Right. Yep.
Which was a little extra vague, and the bad scenario from ducking seemed very remote, as you say.
Yeah, I mean,
so,
I think I worked out that the bad scenario from ducking puts us in the exact same position that we were in if we win the ace of diamonds at trick 1. So it's like equivalent. We just need the spade king on side.
Yeah, well, I think it looks bad though when like when you get 2 roughs though, the spade king was offside anyway, in which case winning the ace wasn't going to help us. Is that the idea?
Right. Well. So yeah. So like,
when they get 2 roughs, it means righty has the ace of hearts, which means lefty has to have the king of spades.
Right. Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. So that's what I thought. It's also what Cedric thought. We both ducked it, but kind of went over the hand in some detail with Glenn afterwards, and we thought that it was close because, as you say, like, West could have just had 4 diamonds and the ace of hearts, and then maybe it looks dumb to do this. Is that? I guess the 5 diamonds and the ace of hearts, you would look stupid because then the spade finesse was working all along.
Well, but then we still make it.
That was kind of the first thing you thought of,
right? Like we make it if West has 5 diamonds and the heart ace, and the spade hook is working.
Not if we duck it.
Yeah, we do. East wins. They play a heart over, which sets up our king queen.
Oh,
right.
Then the spade finesse. Then the spade finesse is likely to be working. Yep.
Yeah, king of diamonds covered and ruffed, and then they can't cash another diamond, so we cross in clubs. We pitch a diamond on the king of hearts, which is set up, and then we take the spade finesse. So right. It looks like we more or less always make it whenever we can by ducking, and sometimes we make it when we would have gone down if we had hopped up with the ace of diamonds at trick 1. Yeah. I don't think it's
right.
close.
I guess we'll look. I didn't use it. We'll look bad when it goes diamond to the king rough, heart to the ace rough, and then we still have to guess the trumps. And if lefty started with king third, we probably will take that finesse and go down.
No, we can't, because East would have turned up with king, queen, jack of diamonds, and the ace of hearts. They didn't open the bidding.
Oh, right. So we won't get it. Yeah, okay. All right, then I think Glenn, I thought it was clear to duck, and afterwards Glenn was trying to convince you it was a close call. I guess it just isn't.
No, it's
Although
just
at the
not.
other table... Yeah, the other table, though, I don't know, man. This seemed weird, because Cedric also ducked. It went... They were 5-1, of course, so it went, diamond and a rough, and West cashed the ace of hearts at both tables at this point.
Okay.
And I don't know, like the dumb guy that I am, I took a spade finesse, and Cedric led the jack of spades, thought for quite a long time, and went down one.
That's a classic Cedric line of play, though. He never goes down one quickly. He always goes down one
Right?
slowly.
He did. Yeah, I thought it was strange. Anyway, yeah, I don't know why I let him talk me into thinking that this was a closer decision than it was. I thought it was like just, pretty obvious, ducking to see what happens.
Yep, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can just work out the possibilities, and once you realize that East having king, queen, jack of diamonds, ace of hearts, they can't have the spade king, and yeah, it just seems pretty clear. But good hand. So you were thinking of me because you were just like, well, West would never lead a doubleton diamond. Is that why you were thinking of me?
No, because you would always duck trick one.
Oh, yeah. I would always duck trick one. It's true. It's true. And here's why, right? It's very clear to duck trick one. Well played.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, maybe a useful lesson hand. Like, it feels weird to duck it, knowing that some of the time they're about to get a rough, but actually it's just correct.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
So, anyway, always a pleasure. I'll probably hang out a bit for the next segment, and then unfortunately, you will not see me tomorrow.
Sounds good. All right. Thanks, Craig. See you later.
Right.
All right. Chat. Well, I think we mostly got through the first segment earlier. I believe I missed one board at the very end, which was probably another giant swing. Yeah, the very last board we missed. So let's go back quickly, look through this. South opens a diamond, North bids a heart. South, for whatever reason, bids 2 hearts on a 4-3-3 hand. And so here we are in 2 hearts. Not sure about that decision making. East gets off to the jack of diamonds lead, jack 10 third. Diamond around to the king, heart to the jack. What? I'm sorry. What? Does Declarer know that he's not going to take any tricks in this suit? Spade to the 10 and jack. Well, now we've told them that the entire spade suit is running, and they have the high trump. Diamond, diamond, not roughing. Good play by Shan. Spade to the ace, pulls the last trump, and West's hand is just high. Oopsies. We probably should have worked on setting up our side suits. Well, that wasn't great for our side, but what happened in the other room? A club 2+, a diamond showing hearts. 1 heart showing 2 to 3. Yep. 1 spade transfer to a no trump. That's where they play. Club lead from West. 5-card suit. Seems pretty natural. Declare gets to win the king. He's got 4 diamonds, a club, and 2 hearts off the top. Plays a club back to the queen, setting up an extra trick just in case diamonds don't split. Now 4 rounds of diamonds. West pitched a heart. Oh, I remember this discard. I was just like, you remember that whole talk that we had about Cecilia, was it, not pitching from 3 small clubs or queen third of clubs on that no trump hand? Well, another prime example of why we don't want to pitch from small hearts on this hand. It just gives Declare the entire position. Kevin carefully decides to cash the king of hearts first, guaranteeing that he has his 7 tricks in to make sure he doesn't go minus, but then he plays a heart to the jack after that heart discard. He might have done it anyway, but the heart pitch gave the show away. Ace of hearts, 9 tricks. And it looks like it doesn't earn any extra imps. It was still just 6 imps, regardless. Well. Hello? Where is the thing that we just... Oh, Mixed USA2 final. That's what we're in the middle of. So 68 imps in the first set, 21 in the next set. Millen's up by 89. Ah, my food is here. Perfect timing. Be right back. One sec. Okay, we got an hour and a half. I guess I will play another BBO robot tournament to start out lunch break while I eat. But we're going to have to come up with something to do for an hour and a half. I can browse bridge winners, see if there's any... Oh, we have... Hold on. Also, did anyone see this the other day? Let me just zoom in so that we can get to the important point that has been made. I posted this in Discord. So, just so everyone's aware, myself and this guy, whoever this Craig Biddle guy is, we're basically equivalent in terms of intellect because we both spelled Cecilia the same way, the same misspelling. So I assume that I've just given myself a huge compliment, that I have the same intelligence as whoever Craig Biddle is. Look at that. He was second in the silver ribbon pairs. I've also been second in national championships. Anyway. Okay. Let me turn off my cam. We'll put up this, and we have wild start to Mixed USA2 final. Hold on. It's the same guy. Wait a second. After 7 boards, the score is 37-19 with a push somehow achieved on board 6. Is it being streamed with commentary anywhere? Yeah, sorry, Sam. I was busy for the first set, but we're here now. Thanks, Prob. Like. 37-19 became 87-19. True. There's commentary scheduled for 5 Eastern Time. See today's bulletin. Ah, yes. Well, you know, people could also see this channel, but... I do appreciate how, like, everyone tries to, like, pretend that I don't exist in the entire bridge community. Like, not once have I had anyone from the ACBL or USBF, like, interact with posts like this. In fact, they mostly just ignored them. And, and been like, well... I'm glad that you asked the question about commentary. No, there is no commentary going on right now, even when I'm live streaming. But by the way, we will have commentary with special guests later during the evening, so stay tuned. Here's a link to our channel. Anyway, thanks, Pra. I really appreciate you. Awesome. Defense question from Mixed USA1 final. Okay, let's take a look at this. While I get my food out of paper bag. Apologies for ruffling. Got a fork. And food. Great. Oh no. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. The sticker's on the outside. Does anyone else get an exorbitant amount of DoorDash? Because I have been over the course of this event. And is anyone else mildly annoyed, or how do people feel about the sealed packages that are impossible to open? I would almost rather my driver be able to spit in my food, but not have to struggle with, like, peeling off a giant sticker. No, no one else gets an exorbitant amount of DoorDash. That's fair. Okay. What's going on? One spade. Two spade overcall. Do I remember this hand? Two no. Three clubs. Four spades. Okay, I think I remember the hand. So what's the question? Hands are rotated to make south dealer. Follow the play to trick 4, upside down. What do you lead now? So heart went to the 10 and ace. Spade to the ace. King of spades. Partner plays the jack. Diamond to the 10 and queen. Do we remember the hand? I think this is the one where West got in, played in 3 suits here. And there was nothing that West could do to break up an impending squeeze against themselves. So I'm not really sure if I understand the problem or why it's being asked. Anyway, I think I remember the hand. If memory serves, the other would come in real handy. What does that even mean? Perhaps there's an but there isn't. There's no way to beat the contract. So South's hand that they started with was 5 small spades, ace queen small of hearts, king 10 third of diamonds, and queen doubleton of clubs. And so the point is, if West exits a heart, if West exits the jack of hearts, Declare can win the queen and finesse the 8 to pitch a club loser. If West exits a low heart, Declare can just win the 8 and then play low to the queen, eventually knock out a spade, rough a diamond to get to the north hand or whatever, and once again pitch a club loser. If West exits a club, you just run it around to the queen doubleton in hand. And if West exits ace and a diamond, or a low diamond or whatever, South wins, pitching a club, and then exits a spade to east, whose best defense is to play back a club, but it goes, jack of clubs, low, ace as a Vienna coup, heart back to the queen, run all your trumps, and West gets squeezed in the round suits. So, yeah, I mean, we can actually pull up the hand, right? Let's go back. Just so everyone remembers the deal. I don't remember I can't figure out which thing it was from. Let's take a look. Wasn't this. It was some four-spade contract. This one, right? It was probably this hand. Yeah, it's this hand. So we can kibitz from Jenny's perspective. I don't remember who got what defense, but so Jenny got a heart lead around to the 10 and ace, spade to the ace, king of spades, East played the jack, diamond to the 10 and queen, and now this is the position we're in. And so just for reference, I'm going to click the little double dummy button here hidden back. There's nothing that South can do to beat the contract. Shan ended up continuing low heart, but Declare was able to stick in the 8, which held, heart to the queen, and eventually the king of hearts to pitch a club. So this was the hand, but there's nothing that Shan can do. Did they play for the squeeze at the other table? Let me take a look. 2 rounds of spades, same defense, same line of play, and Kranyak also played back the 7 of hearts. Yeah, I mean, I'm certain that South basically has worked out that this probably doesn't matter on this lie of the card, so South was just hoping to, hearts were 5-4-2-2, probably. Safe exit, 7 of hearts, if East has ace-queen doubleton. Anyway, let's go back to the article, because what people say. There's actually no way to beat the hand at this point. Ace and another is your obvious choice. Wait. Why is it the obvious choice? Hold on. Wait. Is this the obvious choice? Also, why is the author Kurt Zhang? Oh, it is Kurt Zhang. Never mind. Take it all back. I don't understand this comment. Oh, I should know why the Ace of Diamonds is the obvious choice, because Craig and I are basically the same person. No, good call. We should go back. No, he's right. This is the obvious choice. Because as a bridge player of my caliber, both myself and Craig Biddle have approximately the same caliber of technique and bridge. We just want to take our tricks. I mean, how can we get to 4 tricks on defense if we don't take the Ace of Diamonds? Right? So that's why the Ace of Diamonds is obvious. If we don't play this card, it's not going to win the next trick. And then we'll probably still be at 1 trick after that, which is not enough to beat the contract. 4 spades is a race. We need to get to 4 tricks our way before the opponents get to 10 their way. So we may as well take our high cards when we can. No, you're right. Ace of Diamonds is the obvious choice. Michael is probably doing his best to try and troll people. He didn't get any upvotes. Aaron. Oh, here's our boy Aaron. Seems like Ace of Diamonds diamond would be the plan, and just hope partner has the club jack. Assuming our carding is upside down, diamonds appear to be 5-3-3-2 across the table. I mean, see, the ace of diamonds is the obvious choice. Aaron even thinks so. Wait. The play was identical at both tables. Here's the original poster. Oh, this is just like a Reddit post. After a long thought, both sweats returned a low heart at trick 5. I was curious about the reasoning behind this, which is why I posted the poll. At the table, the auction went... At the other table, the auction went pass, a heart double, pass, 4 spades. So their thinking might have been different. Declare held, blah, so there's really no defense, but perhaps try a legitimate chance that partner holds the club queen. Michael says, I would not open. Though it's possible Declare has blah, which is arguably better than their actual hand, I wouldn't open that either. Thanks, Michael. This is why Debbie doesn't open any hands. Michael says, I think it's laudable for someone to post a defensive problem where nothing would have actually worked. However, given the 2 disclosure failures of yours that I mentioned... Wait, what? What? Oh my god, dude. Don't be a jackass. Michael, come on. Not everyone knows what a squeeze is. You don't have to call the guy out. That's not cool. Oh my god. Nat says Michael and Debbie are the strongest USA mixed pair. On that one. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll play whatever the BB a robot thing is. Just asking? Well, did Michael and Debbie end up winning the USA mixed trials? I'm also just asking. They were on a team. Yes, they were on a team. That is correct. Michael and Debbie were on a team for the USA mixed trials. Anyone can be on a team. That's true. Wait. I forgot all of our life lessons that we learned yesterday. When it comes past to us and we're in third seat, we open a spade. Oh no, what have I done? At least they didn't lead a doubleton at trick 1. I forget if these are best hand. Well, that was probably not the best opening lead for them. Wait, was I supposed to cover the 8 with the queen at trick 1? There's no way, right? Is this a singleton heart lead? Oh no. That's really unfortunate, isn't it? Uh-huh. Okay. Hmm. Barry Fortune, thanks so much for the $20 donation. Appreciate the support. I'm never going to guess this right. Let's just rough. Plus does show out. Okay. We've made 10 tricks. hand too good? Stop leading like this. Also, partner has a 13 count opposite my 18 to 19. I'm going to be so upset if opening 1 no trump gets us to slam and opening 1 diamond and rebetting 2 no does not. So no trump is looking pretty good. Pick better partners. The robots don't have to redeem channel points. That's true. Maybe I can enforce the robots redeeming points for me playing with them every week. Don't you worry though, once the seniors get started, we're going to have a lot more hands to review during the breaks. And we won't have to hang out and play robot games. Okay, I'm going to do this. Well, that worked. Not great defense from my right-hand opponent. How was that only 78? Huh? God, why? Partner forgot to raise hearts. Nice one, spade overcall. Nice, 69.69%. We're doing great. I wish I could get more information out of my partner. Lame. Was false carded. 9 of diamonds, then low. That's so rude. This didn't go great. Well, we've taken a lot of tricks. But I'm not convinced that's going to score very well. I'm sorry, dude, what? Sorry, I opened. What? Partner pitches! Partner, come on! Okay. Do I need to work out what's actually going on this hand? Hey, Koopa. Hmm. Hmm. Well, I scarfed down my food. I'm like basically done eating. All right. Done one. Well, we did manage a lot of plus scores. 70% game. Not too shabby. Alright, now what are we going to do with ourselves? We have 45 minutes. Starting soon. Even though that's the 30-minute delay after the start time. Okay, let me clean up. I will be right back, and we'll find something else to do for the next 45 minutes until the game starts. I'm back. Yeah, I removed the speedballs from the channel point rewards because, I mean, I wasn't going to have time to play them over this event. And I guess I also kind of want the speedballs to be redemptions for, like, regular viewers. I know we have a bunch of, like, new viewers here, which is cool, but... like, if people just want to, like, show up, watch a little bit of commentary, or, like, leave it on and lurk, and then redeem a speedball and then never see them again, I would rather play with regular viewers. I mean, I guess I could make it, like, a subscriber reward, but I don't think I want to really do that. I don't really want it to be, like, a paywall sort of thing. Charge more. I could, yeah. I just don't know how many channel points people have. How many points do you have, BZL? You're always here. And you're a subscriber, so you get double points. Oh, I'm not eating anymore. I can turn my cam back on. You have 350k? Yeah, so 350k would be what, 14? I could make like a, you know, one of those things people could donate all of their points to get on like a list below the stream, like a special list. Oh, nice, Koopa. 69,000, that's pretty good. Also, why is it I'm just burning up? Hold on 1 second. Like, this feels unusually hot. Normally I'm sweating because this room is just a sauna, but what's the temperature outside? Hold on, maybe this is the problem. It is... It's only 80 outside. Okay, I need to check, like, the AC, which is the giant fan above my face. Let me see if I can fix this, BRB. Okay. Problem maybe solved. We're just gonna have to deal with the sauna for a little while longer, but I turned it down to 77. Or maybe 76, whatever it was. It was up at 82, and which is really hot. And that was way too hot without any air circulation in the room. Aircasts, have the previously redeemed speedballs still active for the future? Have they been refunded? I did refund the speedballs. If you didn't play, aka you didn't message me to play on specifically May 6th, which was my one break day, then I refunded all of your points. For Shift and Dick, we did play 2 speedballs that day, so I collected the points for those. Also, Eric, I think, or maybe Matt, I don't even see Matt, but one of you wanted to analyze a hand yesterday, and that never happened. It's still sitting in my queue. So, if you are looking to analyze a hand and didn't get to it yesterday, you know who you are. It's up there in the queue. Shift was the one who redeemed the points for you. Okay, now we got like 40 minutes. What should we do for 40 minutes? I'm open to topic suggestions. It was Matt? Okay, not you then. Let's head back to Bridge Winners for a sec, see if there's a question. Play robot match points. I just did that. We just played robot match points. What do you mean play robot match points? Okay, hold on. This looks like a good content thread. Just based on the title. Oh, also, let's get out of BBO. 2 bad results on these deals caused one pair to finish out of the money. This sounds like someone is all ready to complain. Let's find out what they're complaining about. These deals were the last 2 of the session at one table. Okay. The auction details were not available. That's fine. Who was the dealer? We can find the auction. This hand looks familiar, does it? Do we think it could be from the trials? Or are you saying that because it's from something like the common game and you played in it? Anyway. It's board 24. Yeah, we could check all the board 24s. So West is the dealer. West opens a heart. North overcalls a spade. Probably a double, actually. Maybe a double. Okay, anyway. Let's say North does something. North overcalls a spade, let's suppose. 2 no trump. Limit plus by East. God, that hand is ugly. Maybe we just make a mixed raise to 3 hearts. So 2 no, pass, 4 hearts, 4 spades. Double or pass? Okay, anyway. The auction details were not available. The final contract was 4 spades by North. Okay, not doubled. Good. As it would appear that East-West would be competing in hearts in the auction, East's opening lead of the 6 of diamonds is strange. That is true. Whether or not East-West competed in hearts in the auction, the opening lead of the 6 of diamonds is strange. Even if you're Polish, I would imagine you would choose any suit that is not diamonds to lead at trick 1. Maybe not a trump, but maybe a trump. But yeah, definitely not a diamond. That would not be the opening lead choice. Okay. But since this was near the end of the session, fatigue had set in. The play to this opening trick was 6-3-10 jack. That makes sense. I wonder how long it took to hit declare that winning a cheap trick cost the contract. Yeah, 6, 3, 10, jack. Declare needed to unblock the diamonds, but see, the problem is... here's the problem. Declare knows that diamonds are 3-1 after the 6 of diamonds is led. So... yeah, what should Declare do on the 6 of diamonds lead? Also, wait, what do you mean by cost the contract? You just duck a heart at trick 2, and then you ruff a heart, and then you play a club to the king. What do you mean cost the contract? Wait a second. Hold on. We need a recount on how many tricks we're losing. We're losing 1 heart, we're losing 1 spade, and we're losing 1 club. We can count them all. I mean, it's true that if it goes diamond to the jack, heart, around, and West switches to the 2 of spades, you do have a match point problem. Because if West is leading the 2 of spades from king 2 doubleton, you have to take the finesse, then ruff a heart, then play a club back. I mean, you always expect them to get a diamond ruff, but yeah, something like that. You can make 11 tricks. Okay, anyway, great analysis so far by OP. The next board. North is the dealer. Again, the auction details were not available. So, the final... wait a second. The final contract was 4 spades redoubled by West. Let's see if we can replicate the auction, then. North, 1 club. Good bid. Pass. 1 heart. Oh man, it is much cooler in here already. So if you play 2 clubs as the 2 other suits, you could do that on the West hand. You probably want to make a forcing bid. If you don't have that agreement, maybe you just bid 4 spades is fine. Yeah, it's probably fine. Okay, anyway, let's say West does bid 2 clubs, showing the other 2 suits. 2 hearts by North. Great. Pass by East. 4 hearts by South. 4 spades by West. Pass by North. Pass by East. 5 hearts by South. Man, it's going to be really hard to get to 4 spades redoubled over 5 hearts, isn't it? Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure I can reconstruct the auction. Okay. The final contract was 4 spades redoubled by West. Declare failed to use the rabbi's rule. Right, but how do we get a dummy entry anyway? Hold on a second. No, there are so many confusing things about all of these deals. You're telling me that Declare lost a spade trick early to get the 10 of spades as an entry and then took a diamond finesse? No way. I don't believe it. But still made 4 for 1080, which beat out another result of 4 spades doubled by West, making 5 for 990. Notice that both deals feature hands holding 3 high card points that wind up being useful for partner. Oh, I didn't notice that. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, South has 3 high card points. It is useful to partner. We have the singleton heart. That's the whole key to the deal. I mean, who cares about the Diamond King? This singleton heart. We get to ruff a heart. This one, 3 high card points. Oh yeah. The Queen of Diamonds is a useful card, because when we pick off the singleton king, we make an overtrick. Once again, correct. We have 3 high card points, well, 2 of which are useful to partner. Board 24, after winning the Diamond Jack, I play a heart. Yes, the contract could still be made, but would declare be equal to the task. Assume West wins trick 2 and returns his spade. Declare must hop up with the ace, ruff the heart, and lead a club at once toward the king, hoping that West holds the ace. This Declare didn't do that. Shame. Okay, I don't know what this article was about. It initiated a lot less drama than I originally anticipated. But it did take up about 10 minutes. BBO bots like balanced talks. Is that toxic? They just like to be toxic when they're balanced? Here's the hand, evidence below. Jack third, King Jack third, Ace Queen 10 9 fourth, 3 small. 4 clubs, question mark. Well, of course, with club length we would pass. But of course, with club length, the bot assumes their partner has club shortness, and so they make a takeout double for their partner, because they know that the hands are fitting well with 3 small opposite partners' club shortness. So, yes, N-bot X'd. N-bot. The only plus score was for 4 diamonds by South, 3 times 6 diamonds down 1, twice 4 hearts down 1, and mine 5 hearts down 1. Oh, you should be happy. You took 1 more trick than the other Declare in a heart contract. Well played. Ace Queen 10 fourth, Ace King Queen fourth, Queen 10 fourth, King Jack fourth, Stiff Jack. How did we not get to a slam? 4 clubs, double, pass, 5 no, pick a slam. Actually seems like a pretty good auction. I know the robots don't play 5 no, pick a slam. I've seen some of its takeout doubles of preamps. We are off 2 aces, but we can't bid keycard, right? There's no way to get a keycard bid in here. If we bid 4 hearts, it's just going to go all pass. If we bid at the 5 level, then we can't bid keycard. Okay, what do the comments say? For reference, Gib is told to pass with this hand. But it's allowed to simulate hands and see if a double would work better if its partner uses robotic response logic. And it doesn't sample enough hands or have good enough auction propagation logic to know that it shouldn't. Most other early bidding decisions have simulations off for precisely this reason. I have no idea who this guy is. Does he program Gib or something? Stephen Merriman. I would really like to see the Gib patch notes at some point, or some sort of documentation on how it works, but it just doesn't exist. It's not out there. Not for the public knowledge. Yeah, so, I mean, I think a big problem with this, and not what he's saying, with the programming decision that's being made here, is that... So Gib's simulating that if it makes a takeout double, most of the time that its partner has a one of these hands that's effectively a takeout double of clubs, it's expecting partner to believe that it has a hand like this and get to the 4 level in a major and make it. But it's not realizing that, like, this doesn't gain an advantage over passing with this hand, because partner would always make a takeout double when they have the right shape in the balancing seat. So I think what he's saying is that it simulates hands and comes up with its own bid without realizing that its partner still has a chance to bid if it passes. Which is, I guess, a difficult problem in programming to overcome for bridge bidding. Yeah, this is the second comment by this guy, Stephen Merriman. Gib is unaware of whether it is in a best hand tournament or not. You wouldn't be surprised if he's talking nonsense? I mean, this sounds like typical software engineer jargon to me. And he says, for reference, Gib is told to pass. Like, this, unlike all of the other trash that I read on Bridge Winners, this actually sounds like sensible conversation to me. But I don't know the guy, and he hasn't filled out his profile. If I see him, I'll remind him to do it. Anyway, that was less interesting than I had hoped. Wait, BBO points, now BXP, is being advertised on Bridge Winners? Really? That didn't feel like an ad that Bridge Winners was going to run. But okay, I guess they did. We have 25 minutes to go until the next set. Oh, I know some people were talking about this thing, I think. The 19th World Youth Team Championships. And maybe this, the European Youth Paris Championships. They're both taking place around the same time. If you're competing in this in chat, raise your hand. I think Snoo might have said that they were going to go. I have no idea what this thing is. You're playing U31 pairs? Good luck, Eric. Didn't qualify for the U31 team. Oh, that's too bad. It's a lot of fun to be able to play in one of these big events. Of course, I have never been to the Bermuda Bowl. Maybe one day. It would still take a lot of work, though. Would have to find a partner, would have to put in a lot of practice and effort. I think most of those days are behind me. Okay, we don't need to cyber stalk people, Nat. But I do assume, I mean, it sounded like a programmer person, but that doesn't really matter, right? There's a lot of programmers who don't know anything about Gib. It sounded to me like he knew stuff about Gib. Were there any hands from yesterday's final set that we wanted to look back over? These were all the swings throughout the segment. Five diamonds making, 3 hearts, double by Shan, pass 5 diamonds, spade lead, diamond to the ace, diamond back, and A heart comes through, but there's no way to get East in to cash that heart king. Pull the last trump. Run the spades and clubs, pitching hearts. And in the other room, 3 hearts, 4 spades, so we see Cranyak making the more normal bid on the south hand. 5 hearts cubed, 6 club cubed, 6 spades, all pass. They get a heart lead. Up with the ace. And how's Cranyak supposed to play this? Let's see. Yeah, I mean, the most normal line does look to be to play a diamond to the 9 immediately. If diamonds are 3-2 and East has one of the diamond honors, or diamonds are 3-2 and West has both diamond honors, you're gonna make this. Unlucky. Diamond comes back roughed immediately, King of Hearts. Down 2. So even though they lost 13, they kind of outbid their opponents on that hand. This was earlier. 3 spades went down 1. A diamond pass, a heart, 2 spades, double. 3 spades by Jenny. All pass. We got the 3 rounds of diamonds. Yeah, this is like kind of a funny spot. No one as South would pitch a heart here. But knowing that North has the ace, king, queen of diamonds, and the ace of hearts, you need to. Ace of hearts from North. And a heart. And now Declare can... play the spades safely. Alright, 3 spades goes down 1, but in the other room, 2 spades doubled. Yeah, we saw this as well. Ace of diamonds, king of diamonds, queen of diamonds, and then the ace of hearts cash. $12 imps on this one. I forget which table we were following. I think this one. We might have been in this room for the final set. North-South get to 3 no trump. The clubs didn't come home. West led a low diamond, and it was just all over. At the other table, East opened 2 spades, double, all pass. In fact, this was that holding that we were talking about earlier. Ace-Jack 9-8-6 stops at a singleton. I mean, in this case, Declare has a read on the trumps because North passed the double. But what do you do in this suit? Low to the jack on the first round is percentage. Well, ace of clubs lead. Cranyak tries the club king, which gets roughed. Diamond to the queen, that didn't work. Diamond comes back. Heart. Declare just exiting, trying to shorten herself, force the opponents to let her rough cards in her own hand. Queen of clubs scores, so she gets to pitch a diamond. Now plays a spade. Low from North. And what do we do as East? It doesn't really matter, right? On this trick. Because if South has a singleton 10, and we win the jack and exit a trump, North wins, and then forces us with, well, plays back a low trump, and then they'll still get the king, queen of spades. So in that case, North gets 2 trump tricks. If we play the 9 and it holds, then North has King, Queen, 10 remaining, and so North still gets 2 trump tricks. I guess the 9 is best against Singleton 7. So, like, if we play the 9 and it loses to the 10, South is end played. South has to play back a card, which we ruff, and then we exit a middle trump, and North is end played. Cecilia plays the 9. Well calculated. So yeah, club comes back, and now we just exit another spade, and North is end played into giving us the last 2 tricks. But still 500. 12 imps to Rubinstein there. That was the beginning of the end. Then we had a bunch of these boards back to back. They got to 5 clubs east-west. And there was just no defense. Shan tried a heart. Jenny's line of play was a little bit weird, playing a club at trick 2. But it worked out. Shan cashed the ace of spades, and Declare played on cross-ruff lines. Making 11 tricks. On the other table, this 3 no trump bid. A diamond, a spade, double, past 2 spades by Cecilia, 3 diamonds, 3 no. Kranyak leads the jack of hearts, up with the king, queen of clubs, around to the ace, and Kranyak, after deep thought, lays down the ace of spades, and then cashes out the spade suit. Well done. And then the final nail in the coffin, 4 hearts doubled making. We looked at that one yesterday. Well played by Georgia to execute the squeeze perfectly. 12 more imps. But Millens is back with a vengeance today. They're up by 89 after 2 sets. Yeah, so we can look at Lewis's journey. Lewis, of course, won their opening match against Bailey in USA1. Oh no, they won their opening match against Ding in USA1. Lewis is down here behind my camera. So they won against Ding, very close first match. Then they ended up winning that controversial match against Bailey. And then they lost to Millens. Oh my. Wait, I just realized. Oh no, Lewis has a problem. We've identified their kryptonite. So they lost to Millens by a more respectable margin, but they also conceded after 6 segments. They ended up losing that match by 89. But so after losing to Millens, they dropped down to the lower bracket. They had that... These were all brutal one-day matches. So all of these teams that got knocked out for a one-day match feels pretty bad. Lewis first came through Henner. Very close match that came down to the last board when I think 4 spades doubled happened in one room and maybe 4 hearts doubled happened in another room. Then Lewis against Dinkin. They dominated that match yesterday. But now they're facing up against Millens, the only team still left in that made it all the way through the USA1 bracket. Joan will be playing for one more segment today. She'll play the 3rd set. And then she will be sitting out. And I think it seems quite clear from the performance so far, as well as what I've watched, that Disa and Itabashi are the strongest pair for the Lewis team by a substantial margin. But it's not enough. I mean, even with them playing in that second segment, they are still back by 21 on the set. Well, we'll see if they adopt a new strategy. I mean, it looked like Itabashi decided to change up. Well, actually, I don't know. I know that he often likes to be eccentric in his bidding decisions, but change up his strategy a little bit with that one no-trump overcall and the 6-4 in the red suits. But maybe he was just experimenting on that one. It feels pretty bad that he ended up going down one when he could have been doubled at a lower level. Well, I'm a bit tired today. It does seem like the stream is somewhat stable. I've had 0 drop frames. Hey Kevups, how has the bridge been today? Well, I'll put it this way. One of the 2 teams in the finals has decided to show up and play bridge so far. We're waiting on the other team to show up. It has been a massacre so far. 89 imps in favor of Millens. Maybe we should have expected this after their close fight up against Rubenstein yesterday. I did think Millens was going to come through. They were my pick to win the thing. But Rubenstein had a tough team to get through. Looks like Millens might be on their way to becoming USA2, though. So that would mean if Millens does end up winning this match, 4 out of the 6 members of the Shori team from the open bracket will be going to compete in the Wuhan Cup. Unfortunate for the last pair on that team, but I'm sure they're going to be happy to see their teammates succeed. Kevab says, working on yearly review at your job, how much of my bridge stream should you include in your accomplishments? Talk me through that for a second. What are your accomplishments from watching my bridge stream? Or are you trying to take credit for the success of my bridge channel? Is that where you're headed with this? Yeah, tell me more about this plan that you have to include my bridge stream as part of the yearly review. I hope we do get 2 good teams in the Wuhan Cup. I think I've said it before that these are tough events, and whoever qualifies is a good team, just by default. So, like, if Lewis comes back and beats Millens, then I'm not going to have any reservations about sending Lewis to represent the U.S. But currently it looks like Millens is massively outperforming Lewis in the event, and if that continues, it's going to be pretty difficult for Lewis to make a comeback. I mean, currently it doesn't even feel like that Millen's team has been trying on a lot of the boards. The opponents have just done themselves in on a couple of hands. You know, and like game swing, game swing, game swing. If you're just not taking your tricks on both defense and offense, that'll do it to you. Like, how many double-digit swings have we had so far in the sets? 1, 2. That one went against Millen's. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 double-digit swings in 30 boards. So every third board is a double-digit swing, and most of them are going Millen's way. But these 4-imp pickups, 4 imps, 4 imps, 3 imps, these are the ones that I think are a lot more costly. Like, every once in a while, you're going to pass out a hand, and your opponents just get to a Jones Cold 3 no trump. Which is still really funny to me, this entire hand. But you know, I mean, the Lewis team has had some double-digit swings on both sides, even in the first set. The real problem, though, is like 6 imps, 7 imps, 4 imps, 4 imps, 6 imps. Like, yes, they're losing 12 on a bunch of hands, and they only picked up 14 once, but 6 plus 7 is still a game swing. 4 plus 4 is, like, pretty close to a game swing. Yeah, the all-pass versus 3 no-trump making is pretty crazy. It was not the best defense. This one's still surprising to me. I know Craig says he really likes 3 spades. Do we need to actually think about this hand, or are we good? Claire has 5 diamonds, a spade, and 2 clubs off the top, which is 8. Declare could play us for the club queen, but they probably won't, is Cecilia's thought. So maybe she was just hoping to be safe. Figures that this opposing roster has not done a particularly good job about taking tricks, and so let's just stick them in and see if they can guess the club on their own, and Itabashi did. Third says shift with art 10. Well, yeah, that's the point. Back at trick 1. Spade, if Cecilia had elected to win the ace and shifted the 10 of hearts, that would have worked. Kevin would have to continue the good defense, but I think he'd be up to the task. How much time do we have left? 4 minutes. I'm going to use the restroom. Maybe get some more water, too. I am back. Yeah, Shift says that you could play back the King of Hearts in 10 on this lie of the cards, but that would not be effective enough. If it's better to play the 10. I think. It picks up more holdings, is definitely true. And so that's important. And once you win the Ace of Spades and switch, your partner can never switch back to spades. So partner's just always going to continue hearts. The question is, will he accidentally block the suit? Hopefully not. Oh, man. I got up at like 7 a.m. because the electrician was supposed to come very early. I have no idea what took so long. I mean, they got here at like 8:15 or something. And they had quoted us that it was going to take like 2 hours to do the thing. And then, like, they cut the little hole in my wall that you guys saw the picture of on Discord. And then the guy was just, like, in the basement for 2.5 hours. And I don't know what happened. They did show up, which is the important thing. Yeah, previously... So what happened previously was they scheduled the technician to come out, but it was apparently his day off. And so I got a call 5 minutes before this stream started 2 days ago. So, like, I was able to get the stream started. But I got a call 5 minutes before, like, 11:30 when this was supposed to begin from, like, the head guy at the electrician company. And he was just like, oh, sorry, I scheduled my guy who has a day off today. And, like, you know, I can't do it to him. You know, I can't just be like, hey, I know it's your day off, but, like, I scheduled you. So, you know, you're just going to have to take the L on this one. That's cool, right? We're cool. And I'm just like, I mean, I guess so. Like, I can't, like, force you to tell the guy to do something. But, all right, we're into the next round. There says they play second and fourth through declare. Yeah, but I mean, this has nothing to do with second and fourth. This hand is all about trying to pick up as many heart holdings as possible. Sometimes you just have to play the card that gives you the best chance to beat the contract, even if it's not in your conventional agreements. I get what you're saying, though. That is their carding agreement, and, like, if this was a different type of hand, then they would normally lead the 10. So that makes sense. 2 spades by West, 3 heart overcall, 4 spades, and KDR does not bid 5 hearts. He just lets it go. He is unfavorable. Lots of losers in his own hand. So that makes sense. So 2 rounds of hearts. Declares in. The King of Clubs is on side, but it is singleton. Spades are 2-2. Yeah, how's Declare gonna handle the play here? I mean, a club towards the ace-queen looks like a good start. Alright, Declare has just decided to pull trumps. Leads the Jack of Clubs. but this is going to work out just fine because spades are 2-2. Queen of clubs, club ruff, exit a diamond, diamond ruff, club ruff, diamond ruff, and dummy is high. So 11 tricks. On to the next board. Oh, and FYI, for anyone who is not enjoying the commentary, apparently there is a Rob Barrington stream. So you all can head over there if you want to. I don't know who they have as a guest, but if you want me to find out for you and then you can make a educated decision, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do that. No. We'll pin a message in our chat. Make sure that everyone's aware that Barrington has a live stream. Oh, they don't actually have a live stream? Just kidding. Okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. They don't have the live stream. So we're just gonna hang out here. A diamond pass a heart. One spade overcall from that hand. Support double. I lied to you and now you're gonna leave? Go find some other channel to watch this on? I apologize for lying, I didn't mean to. Yeah, it's a real shame, everyone's just stuck. Double support. Two spades, good raise. This will be a good Rob Barrington React stream. I am not going to risk that. I already asked the ACBL before if it would be okay for me to co-stream events that they had, and their response was basically like, we will sue you to oblivion if you try and copyright our content. And so that's the nice version of the response I got, by the way. Yeah, I am not going to risk ever doing a reaction to any of their content. I will happily redirect you over there, though, if you prefer to get that experience for yourself. Two of Hearts opening lead. East has decided to false card for reasons I cannot understand. Oh, East just wanted to play back a heart and have declare a misguess if West had Jack third. Now I understand. I think Barrington is a very entertaining and fun personality. I don't see anything wrong with the guy. I just think that a lot of the ACBL is under their own thumb. So 3 rounds of Hearts cash. Kevin is very happy that he's not vulnerable, and I think he probably only would have made this bid if he was not vulnerable. Maybe even only favorable. 4 triple 3, ace queen 9 4th. He just wanted to get his lead direct in. Also preempt the auction.